Hi, welcome on in. I think I broke ads. I tried running ads to get the pre-rolls out of the way, and ads are already starting up again. So I think I broke something. So unfortunately, it looks like more ads are going to be playing soon. I don't know if that'll reset the pre-roll timer. I hope it does, otherwise we'll have like only 50 minutes of actual time here. But hi, welcome on in. I actually did some things off stream. I actually got a playlist set up for once, so I actually don't have to stick with music from just one game, which is really nice. Hi Esper, thank you for the resub. Why didn't the GIF play? Did I not fix that? Well, if ads are playing, I guess I have time to see what the hell is going on with that. Where the hell would that be? Alerts. Okay. We love scuff. Totally. Yeah, no, there's definitely supposed to be a GIF playing with that. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna send a test alert. Yeah. Did something break? I don't know. I'm like just losing my mind or something. Unless there's not one for Prime specifically, that could be it. Again, if ads are just running right now, I have plenty of time to just kinda, oh, I don't have anything set up for Prime, do I? Can you even do that? It doesn't actually look like you can. Oh, that's gifted. This is regular. Yeah, there should be a gift for that. I didn't see one on the screen though. Weird. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, thank you for the resub. Ads should be done though, so we're gonna hop into the game. Cause I am already slightly behind where I want to be. I also need to turn up the music, cause I always forget that that's not separate. I actually set up a playlist. I was totally not up till 5 AM setting that up. Nope, no siree. Anyway, hi. Let's see, tracking. It's a decent spot. Mic is in a weird place, but I also have an iPad next to me with a guide, so I don't exactly have a lot of places to set this, unfortunately. That's good enough. Actually, look up a little bit, then reset. Okay, that should be good. Alright, we should be ready. So, it's been a week. Since we tried out Mario Sunshine again. So let's see how rusty I am. We got to Noki Bay, which is like one of the notoriously hard levels of the game. For me at least. We're gonna do something a little bit weird though. I actually forgot there's some things you can only get in episode 1 through 2 basically. Because 3 is the bottle, meaning you can't do anything there. So we basically have to go back here and get the rocket nozzle for like 3 blue coins. I'm pretty sure there are ways around needing the rocket launcher, rocket nozzle, but I am not that good at this game. I don't know the tricks. But hi, welcome. I hope everyone's having a good day. My day is all over the place, but that's just the story of my life lately. Feels like. Right now I'm actually feeling pretty alright. I think I've been kind of like going back and forth with mood quite a bit, where it's like some days, like from moment to moment, I can be like very volatile mood-wise, which I'm sure is fun for my friends. But other than that, I've been generally trending semi-positive this last few days, with occasional dips, which is kind of standard for me. Yeah, there are 3 blue coins that basically need the rocket launcher. One is this one. Oh, actually, this one doesn't need it, but you need the spring, which is only in the first couple stages. Hi Mario, welcome on in. We're just getting started here today. Starting out with the blue coins, gonna get this band-aid off right away, because it's gonna be looming over me all day otherwise. So, as the stream title indicates, I'm not really a fan of the blue coins in this stage, mostly just because this world is very big, so I feel like it's just kind of a pain in the ass trying to find things here. Oh, I had an interesting day from the perspective of I almost stepped on a snake, so that was fun. Thankfully I noticed it in time. We just bounced around the past few days as well, decent now. That's good to hear, Asper. Yeah, I know you've been going through a lot lately. Yeah, but I'm glad you're doing okay at the moment. Alright, Rocket Nozzle, again, this is only in like the first 2 episodes where it's actually accessible, so we basically need to get these 2 coins and one other. I think there's another Rocket Nozzle by the cliff side, I hope. Because we actually need it for over there, too. It doesn't look like it, actually. That's awkward. Because we need water, I need to actually play this a little bit safe. I can't just go all willy-nilly, because we have the poison water to deal with. Yeah, we're specifically getting the coins that require the, whatchamacallit, the Rocket Nozzle, getting those out of the way. It's funny, I made a sound today that I don't think I've ever been able to make before, which was, the sound I made when I saw a snake on the ground. I was, like, very panicked for a moment. But not at the disco. This is a bad joke that I make probably way too often. The guide I have also lists the 2 in the ruins first. So we're gonna get those just so I remember them a little bit better. But we're actually gonna go out of order from what the guide says for this blue coin up here, just because we need the rocket nozzle for this, so I don't forget. The M on the wall is easy to get back to, so I'm not really concerned about that one. But it should be somewhere up above here. You have to use the rocket nozzle to get all the way up to a little alcove somewhere. I think it's over here, actually. This is easier on... Is this the one? It's easier on GameCube than Switch, actually. Because... I'm just trying to figure out which alcove it actually is. It looks like it's this one over here. This one's easier on Wii U, or on GameCube, because you can actually time the launch a lot easier than on Switch, where you're kind of at the mercy of the charge-up time. Ah, damn it. That was really close, though. Like, you have to time launching with the apex of your jump, which is really not the most convenient thing in the world. Shit, I didn't mean to actually hit Z. I think there's other ways to do this too. It might actually be better to try something else, because I'm not having any luck here. There we go, actually. Not too bad. Yeah, that one's listed as 9 on this guide, which makes sense, but also shrug. I'm just gonna get that now and get out of the way. In general, for Noki Bay, I want to stay in order because this level is a nightmare. So I want to keep a very meticulous track of which blue coins I have. Because if I lose track of one, we will be here for like an hour trying to find one straggler, and it'll be miserable for everybody. So, because of that, we are going to actually be very methodical with this blue coin hunt. Yeah, getting up to this one's not a problem. So it's just the other one that's kind of annoying. Shit. Saved it. And then immediately run off again, okay. So it's mildly obnoxious. Again, as much as I complain about the Noki Bay blue coins, I don't even think they're that terrible with a guide. Big asterisk on that. I am using a guide for this. With a guide, these aren't terrible. These aren't entirely my idea of a good time, mind you, but it's this weird, like, I don't know if it's Stockholm Syndrome or what, but I am not a blue coin hater inherently. I think it is padding, like, just straight up, this is padding, compared to like 64, which had more like bespoke level design to actually get to 120 stars in that case. On this case, like 24 shine sprites are just blue coins, so it doesn't feel as like, you know, level based. It's more like, it's sort of like a precursor to like Odyssey, where it's a little bit more like explorative, open worldy kinda, rather than like built around what am I even trying to say? Built around like I don't even know if any of what I'm trying to say is making sense, actually. But yeah, just like bespoke level design versus just finding stuff around the world, basically. This almost feels like a... Yeah, it's in that wall. I can see the question mark. That's bad. Almost saved it. It's like Odyssey gets a lot of flack for the same reason, and I actually feel like there's a correlation of why I love Odyssey, because it scratches that sunshine itch, but also still has the issue of just a lot of, like, padding, essentially. Like, oh, this is just a case where you have to go around the world a bunch of times and hope you find the right thing you're looking for, which is not everyone's idea of a good time. I eat that up, though. Again, I'm someone who's, like, into the Koroks in Breath of the Wild, so that's where I'm coming from with this. There we go. That should be it. I feel like there's something else in one of those alcoves, but I'm not seeing anything listed, which is weird. I'm mildly concerned about that. But it looks like it's only those two. Number 7 is walking up from the bottom of the waterfall. This one's like mildly annoying to get. So I'm gonna get a different one first, because it'll just make more sense. This one should be listed as 8 though, under the diving spot. So yeah, we'll get that one first, just because it's, you know, a better spot for us. The funny part is, I've put so much, like, thought into Noki Bay, that I've also put 0 thought into Pianta Village, so I'll actually probably struggle there more. This is a thing I do all the time. I spend so much time practicing one thing that there's something else that I should also be practicing, and then don't practice, and that's what I actually struggle with. But yeah, we want to carefully jump down. I said carefully jump down, and then, yeah, okay, this is what I was thinking of. You do actually have to come over here, but instead of going around, I just cheesed it, because couldn't be arsed to go all the way around. Alcove Western Cliffs. So from here on out, these should all be by the cliffside, right? 9. So we have 9 already, which is good. So back over to the other side. There's one in the water. We'll get that one. We'll get the water ones later. Those are like later in the guide anyway. We got a little Tanuki. We'll be seeing him later, because he's the blue coin guy, too. Actually the rocket nozzle would have been good for this too. I should have thought of that, but I think we can get it without. This game is pretty adaptable in that way. There's a lot of different, like, tricks you can do to, like, circumvent some challenges, which is nice. I love that in Mario. I love being able to do things not in the intended order. I eat that up, truth be told. I think there's another one above, too, that's sprayable. Listen, I might like Mario Sunshine a normal amount, but I'm also not an expert at it. So, do not be surprised if I fumble a little bit in the blue coin section in particular. I'm gonna do something risky. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, that'll work, I hope. Please grab the ledge, Mario. Hell yeah. That should be 10. So we are going in order so far, which is by design. That should be 13, so 11 is... where? 11's at the top, which is like... Alright. This guide's order for the coins is a little wonky. Like, I would not go in this order personally, but, you know... for the sake of organization, we'll follow the the guidebook on this one. The sacred text. So 11 should be up here, as is 12. I'm actually, like, at 40 coins already. Like, we could probably go for the 100 coins and just get that out of the way too. Ideally, I would also like to get that in, like, before too long, just for the sake of not having to worry about it. So yeah, we're actually pretty far along on that, so we might just go for it. This isn't the best stage to get coins in, though, unfortunately. Spoiler, I don't know where 100 coins are in this episode, so if we struggle too much, if we get through all the coins and still can't find it, I'll simply try again in episode 8. Because that's a very free 100 coins. 13... So 14 is with this little nook over here. Speaking of Nook, that's another game I have no clue what the hell I'm doing with for this series, because if we're talking games that mean a lot to me, Animal Crossing has to be in there. How the hell do I stream Animal Crossing? Like, do I just do a daily stream series for a bit? Because that feels like a great way to burn myself out. Hi Lego, welcome on in. Thank you for the hydration check, I definitely forgot. 15. I was gonna make a song reference, and I'm like, I don't think I remember the lyrics of 15 anymore. What the hell is happening to me? Fake fan. Yeah, I'm gonna fall. That's fine. Listen, I don't really go back to Fearless very often if we're talking about Taylor Swift specifically. It's a good album, it's just like so... I've heard it 50 million times. Played out, I guess is the word. Which is again, by me over fixating on things more so than anything wrong with the album itself. My general advice as a casual, I don't know what speedrunners would do with this, but for a casual perspective, what I like to do typically is jump up high and then fall a bunch. I think it's here. So yeah, like basically get up to a vantage point and fall down. And to me, that's like the best way to get these blue coins. I'm sure there are faster ways, because this isn't very efficient if I'm being real here. Where the hell is 16 on this guide? Hidden alcove, spray the switch. That doesn't really help me. 15 hidden alcove. Yeah, all these are just in hidden alcoves. It's like down here. Yep, that's one of them. I don't know if that's 15. That might be 16 on this guide. We'll assume it's 16, hope for the best. If not, we we might have to do some course correcting later on. Ow. Yeah, this is just kind of a nice chill time. Again, maybe it's because I'm streaming it, that helps. But even then, like, if I'm playing this game casually, I'm gonna not be hyper-fixating on this. I'm gonna be, like, you know, listening to music, watching live streams. I'm not gonna just be only fixating on blue coins, because that's not fun, to be honest. But for me, this just gives me a chance to yak a bit, to ramble, because I do like to talk. If it wasn't obvious already. It's weird. I'm both someone who's very shy, but can also just not stop talking if I get going. It's like an interesting combination that totally doesn't cause problems of burnout. Yeah, you're supposed to use the boat for this. We need practice on this anyway for a few things, so it's fine. I almost wanted to make a joke bet, but also I don't have anything to give on my end, but it's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't like doing that kind of thing, to be honest, but I also don't like shilling myself and, like, promoting myself in general, though. But I almost wanted to make a joke, like, hey, if I can do that one really hard train sprint, like, first try, like, make a bet over it, like, can I do this first try, but because of that, I will probably F it up immediately, which is why I do not make a bet like that, because I would not be able to pay up. If this looks awful, don't worry, it is. The boat sucks. It is absolutely miserable to control. If you are a first-time player in this game and crash the boat over and over and over again, do not feel bad. This is, like, very finicky. The only reason I have a modicum of control as well as I do is because I've played this game an unhealthy amount. Which one are we on? 17? Lucky number 17. Let's see how this goes. Might do the thing again where I go to the top and drop down. Where is the switch here? It's up higher, so I guess we just go through here. Yeah, we only need 25 coins. That should be doable, right? In this episode? Again, I haven't actually checked, which might be a fatal mistake. But yeah, we might be able to do it in this episode. Otherwise, we'll get the gold bird, so we're still gonna come out of this with a shine, it's just which one. Ouchie. 17, 18 is in a different alcove near the top, so we need to drop down again. Pop in here. Oh shit. Still something in the wall. Oh, actually no, that was, I think that was 18, and I think this is 17. Oops. Okay, so we got both of those. That should be all the ones on the cliff, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Neat. So, I'm gonna F around a little bit. Because I'm like 99% sure we can get the blue coins. Or the 100 coins here. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and try. This might not work out. I might just be wasting time, in all fairness. But hey, truth be told, that went like exponentially faster than I thought it would. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. Actually, fighting Gooper Blooper might not be a bad idea. Because I'm pretty sure we could get a few coins there too. And we do need to go there next anyway for the ones in the vault of sorts. And yeah, there are 2 bloopers up there that would have coins, so that is an option. I think I've already kind of screwed up though, because I think I missed a few coins already. In like alcoves and stuff, so yeah, if not, it's fine. But again, just sort of curious if I can do it here. Ow. I never noticed that was a bird before. Fun story, you can actually use this spring, drop it in, like, below this platform here, and then use it to, like, clip yourself into the cliff side, and that can actually help you, get to the Gooper Blooper, vault without having to fight him. It's a speedrun trick. I don't know how useful it is, though, to be honest, just from the standpoint of, like, I'm so not in the know about Mario Sunshine speedrunning anymore. I have no clue what the current route is at all. Literally no idea. It's like, I love this game, I have not kept up with speedrunning on it. Since we got all the cliffside coins, and those are the ones that stress me out, I think we'll just go ahead and start, you know, kind of cleaning up in general. This one's easy to remember if I've gotten it or not. Scribble them on the wall. Yeah, again, the coins out of the way in, like, you know, half an hour is not bad. Like, I'll take it. That's not, like, speedy. I'm not obviously a pro at this game. But hey, all things considered, that's a pretty damn good run, in my opinion. I've also thought about other things to do if this does end up, unfortunately, having to be 2 streams, because I would like this to be 1 more stream. I think it's doable to do this in 1 more stream, but we're going to be cutting it close. Otherwise, we might just end around the 2.5 to 3 hour mark, if it doesn't look feasible. in a way, it doesn't feel like a good time investment, the blue coins, I mean. I think one thing that helps me is, like, if you get every blue coin in an area, that's essentially like you're getting 3 shine sprites. So you're actually getting a lot done, even if it doesn't necessarily feel like you are sometimes. So I think that is also something that helps me to, like, rationalize my feelings on the blue coins a little bit, where it's like, again, it's not the most interesting, but again, it does scratch a bit of an open world itch that I do have. So again, I do think I'm more okay with the blue coins than most are. I would prefer actual shine sprites, because that'd be like, 90 shine sprites, which would be nice to have 90 more levels. Or not 90, what am I talking about? Like 24 different levels instead of just like based on open world stuff. So again, I see the merit of why blue coins are bad, but on the other hand, I'm like weirdly chill about it. That's what I'm trying to say in a very like roundabout way. We're 8 coins short. That kinda sucks if there aren't 8 in the vault, which I think there are. Or at least I think there should be 8 in the vault. Yeah, I got off sync. Yeah, no, I'm like really off sync at the moment. Like, what is happening? I'm just gonna do it the slow way. Okay, I am grabbing the snout so fast that it's basically snapping the tentacles back at me. I think that's what's happening. I need to actually wait longer. Weird, I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. I'm also realizing I'm sitting like kind of off-center from my camera, which is causing it to be at like a weird angle, so I need to actually sit more centered, even if it means I'm having to like crane my neck a little bit to try to actually see the game. I'm using a TV for this, I'm not using like a second monitor or anything. One other thing in this game that's a weird quirk is you don't have to worry about fall damage if you ground pound. In 64, if you ground pound from too high up, you will still take damage. So that is the difference between this game and 64. Do not grab the shrines by me. Please do not throw away your progress. Alright, there should be 2 in here. Yeah, there should be 2 in here. They're actually probably both big jars, huh? Yep. So that should put us at 21. I'm gonna get the hell out of here so I don't screw this up. I'm gonna get this since we're here. Oh, hi, Star. Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. I hope Gaggle went well. I also don't know if the sound played. What happened? Should I be concerned? Should I, like, be concerned about what happened on your stream? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. What could possibly be the context of that? Yeah, I hope your stream went well. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi everybody. Oh, I don't know what I expected for a response. But hi, if you don't know me, I am Yuna. I am a Snowfox VTuber who mostly plays retro games. This is a series I do called Fox Girls Favorites, where I play childhood favorites. And, well, we're gonna hit present-day favorites someday. We are still ways off from that, though. I already know what game I'm ending this series on. It's my current favorite game of all time. But that game is from 2023, so it's gonna be a bit. Right now we're in the year 2003, which is the first time I played Mario Sunshine. Yeah, hi Star, hi Silver, hi Icy, hi Anna. Hope y'all doing well. Actually remember the shoutout command this time, so I feel good about that. Also, there's the other one too. Because if you do like / username, it should do the Twitch you know, official one. Like that. Yeah, thank you so much. You're doing the F word, right? To be fair, I actually don't know much about how Gaggle even works, because I'm almost never able to catch the streams, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope it went well. I am trying to get something I don't like out of the way first, so I can enjoy the rest of Sunshine, enjoy with a massive asterisk, because we have some very hard levels coming up right after this. I hope I got everything I meant to get here, otherwise I'll be very awkward. But yeah, this is one of my favorite childhood games. I played the hell out of this game. You're telling Star they were using a piping bag, but she misheard you. Ah. There were so many different jokes here where I could go with this. And I'm sure everyone is thinking of the same jokes, but maybe I should refrain. Leave it to the imagination. Ho ho ho, foolish man, I'm Il Pantissimo. Yes, that's me. Now I challenge you to race to that flag. Imagine... I mean, I was gonna make a joke about frosting to give some context of this. Is race to the finish, the best time is 40 seconds. Get the ready, then get set, then go. Yeah, that was the joke. I was like, do I make this joke? Or do I just like, not? Listen, I've already been in an interesting headspace today without that, so, interesting. Well, might as well get these blue coins, because the Il Piantissimo is gonna take a bit. So yeah, all this stuff should be 2 circles that we need the turbo nozzle for, and then the 4 in the red coin fish / eel area. So should be smooth sailing. This was a really clean Noki Bay run, to be honest. For me, this is a pretty good Noki Bay. I've had some pretty disastrous ones where I missed 1 blue coin and spent like hours trying to find it. So yeah, I'll take this. This was pretty good. It's like Imagine Dragons, but like... Anyway, Whis, you're quite speedy. You're like a fish. You may not be the slow clam chomper I took you for. May we race again? Watch for me. Yeah, I've been trying to get on a more consistent streaming schedule, because recently it's only been once a week. I was thinking about maybe trying to stream tomorrow also. I might start Pikmin, actually, because that is another game from my childhood. Around the same time that I played Sunshine for the first time, I also played a hell of a lot of Pikmin. I could try a game clear. That's the other thing. I haven't done a game clearing for a while. One thing I should probably talk about is, one idea I had for game clearing was the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Hey, guess what's getting a patch in like 3 days? That's adding like every feature that the community was like, this collection's amazing, it's missing just a little like icing on the cake. Yeah, they're adding that in, so it's like a perfect collection now. So hey, we might game clear MVC before too long. Try to go through all those, and I will probably perish. No guarantee I will play on anything higher than beginner difficulty, but yeah, I could do game clearing. That'd be a lot of game clears all in one at once if I do all the games on the collection. I don't know if I'd do the Punisher though, if I'd stick to just the MVC adjacent ones. Oh yeah, and they also announced all the features that they're patching into this collection will also be added to the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Now, if only they'd add them to Fighting Collection 1 also, but that game's like old, so I don't know if they'd go back and do that. But hey, I'll take it just for Collection 2 even. Still a very good deal. You know, huge Marvel vs. Capcom fan, excited to play these games for the first time. That seems to be the trend with my game clearing, of just like games I'm like, I should play this. I'm sure I'd love this game, but I need to actually play it myself. Psychonauts is the other one on the list, which I'm sure may pique the interest of some people here. But yeah, Psychonauts is a game I've always... I own 3 copies of Psychonauts. I should play one of them someday. Do not question why I own 3 copies of Psychonauts and have never played any of them in full. It's just a game that they always gave away for like $1, basically, or I even got a copy for free once on Xbox, so... It's like, oh, well, I'll just rebuy it on PC, because it's like $1 and it'll be more convenient, and that kept happening. I also didn't have an Xbox One at the time, so I got a free copy of the game without a console to play it on. Alright, so what's left here? We have the Shell Secret 1 and 2. We have Shadow Mario, and we have Red Coinfish, and then the Gold Bird. So yeah, we really don't have much. We can easily do this in like an hour, potentially. If I don't completely F it up, which, hey, I'm not making any promises. I may be overconfident, but I'm not that overconfident in this game. The other decision I've kind of come to a conclusion on is I don't think I'm actually doing any version of 64 for this marathon, unfortunately. As much as I did grow up with Mario 64 DS, I do think it's just like, these games take a bit of time, so I think I'd rather use that time for something else. If that makes sense. Like, you know, if I had a choice between Galaxy or 64, I'd choose Galaxy for this series. That's like one of my favorite games. That's probably like number 4. Maybe number 3? It's kind of a toss-up. Speaking of my favorite games, I've been very responsible, and instead of playing through my backlog, I just replayed Resident Evil 2 again for the 15th time or something. My excuse this time is the last time I played was a gender ago in full, so I wanted to re-unlock all the achievements on PlayStation. Shit. Sucks. I didn't hit the wall, right? That sucks. That was a really good run otherwise. That would have been like a first try, potentially. Oh, whatever shall we do? We only have 31 lives. And I almost went down to 30 lives. Jesus me. What am I doing? Yeah, sometimes you just don't stick to the walls in this game. It's really fun. It's like, yo, I love Mario Sunshine. I still have issues with the physics occasionally where it's like, oh, that should not have worked that way. Cool, thanks. The other option is like jumping on this nail and then side flipping, but that's like, never mind, does the first try. God damn it. That's so me to be like, this is really hard, and then immediately does it. Like, cool. Alright, this, second try, I'll take it. I was hoping for a first try on this, but it's like, it's whatever. I mean, it's not over yet. I could easily botch it at the end. So I should not count my chickens before they hatch. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. My day's alright so far. I definitely think this was the right choice to just play childhood games for stream, because, oh boy, I'm stressed. And I do think playing childhood games is a nice, relaxing time, and it's been very, very therapeutic in a way that I've been really enjoying. I've been kind of trying to figure out like how to get friends on for some, because I know I have some friends who are also like really into the same games of mine, that are like my childhood games. Mainly Thousand Year Door is one where it's like I'm tempted to try to get a crew together for like playing through Thousand Year Door whenever I get to that, because I know enough people who love this game, and I think it would be fun to try to like voice act it. But that's a ways off. We still have several games to go before TTYD. Actually, Superstar Saga could be done the same way too. Like RPGs, I'm like contemplating like, what if I just like got a crew together for these and like acted them out? Like that'd be really fun for like FF9. Because that's gonna come up at some point, Final Fantasy 9. And that one does not have voice acting. Like 10 has mostly voice acting, but some non-voiced lines. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, because like I know Star kind of does that as well. That's part of the reason I was thinking of it, because I'm like playing ahead. Oh, that's me always planning, probably to a fault. I'm actually potentially gonna do something weird with this. I actually don't think I'm gonna get the blue coins in the same run as the red coinfish, just because you have to go so high up, you lose so much air that it's kind of risky actually. So I might deliberately save the blue coins for its own run, but we'll see. I might be feeling gutsy in a moment. I say that and immediately almost side flip off the cliff, like a dumbass. So yeah, good job me. You're really proven you're capable of pro strats today. I mean, I say like an hour for no keep A. That's not entirely true because we did get like the first 3 shines last time. So yeah, not entirely correct. I'm just gonna do that, it'll be easier. Oh wait, we have Chucksters coming up, don't we? See how that goes. That's another one where it's like, if I get that first try, I'm gonna be very happy about it, but I'm not counting on getting first try Chucksters. There's only so much believing in the heart of the cards that will get you places. Alright, first try here. That's very nice. This is also a nice one because you don't have to finish the entire stage. You only have to get to the next platform. Also, the other platform didn't even load in for some reason. Probably because it was off screen. Again, that's one of those quirks of like, was that on GameCube too? Or is this a Switch problem? Like, I genuinely don't know. So let's see, we have 3 more left here, which shouldn't be too bad, and then the blue coins. So yeah, like an hour for this, like not counting the 3 last time. That's not bad at all for me. I don't know if we're finishing the game tonight though, because ooh, Pianta Village. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting through all that. We'll see where the night takes us, but we might go long. That's why I started a little bit early. Like, I can go an extra hour because I started at like 3:30 instead of like 4 like usual. So I can go to about 7:30 comfortably, I hope. To be fair, in general, I would like to stream 4 hours more often than I currently do. Just, to get games done faster for one thing, and move on to projects like faster. Because right now, I'm not really making a lot of time in this game, and my series in general. It's like, I was asking Star about, like, her project for, like, playing different, like, games. And she mentioned, like, having, like, 12 or something, like, 1 per month. And I'm like, yeah, my list is at, like, 12, but I also, like, 60. But I also hadn't been streaming a gender ago, so it wasn't, like, entirely the same set of circumstances. Like, I hadn't done any, like, childhood games or stream because I'm just starting streaming. Curses, I won't forget this. I forgot to read the dialogue, so I did in fact forget. Oops. I am gonna do something kind of goofy right now. Well, nah, actually, we can get that next time. Stretch break. I'll take a stretch break in a moment, actually, because we're coming up on an ad break before long, and I kind of want to hammer out the rest of these shine sprites real quick. Red coin fish! Hell yeah. Again, very good time. Again, I'm not sure if we can get the blue coins comfortably also. We've been waiting for you, Mario. Grandpa's at the top as usual. Please wait us again, okay? You can use this rope as a shortcut to the top. So this is the other Noki's wife, by the way, who's basically, like, hiding because of all the pollution. This game has so much, like, incidental dialogue. Like, you know, I've been kind of rushing through the game, unfortunately. But again, there's a lot of flavor text in this game that's really nice. If you take the time to like talk to everybody in each episode, like every character has something different to say. It's a game that has a lot of charm. And again, I think that kind of carries it in a way for me, where it's like, yeah, this game has some fundamental issues, but it also is a very charming game at the same time, and that can carry a game for me. I'm like really like... I'm like that with a lot of games. The one I really thought of was like the modern Paper Mario's, obviously a very, you know, contentious topic. But like Color Splash and Origami King are games that are almost like, to me, completely carried on charm. And like... I wish the gameplay was like more up my alley. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. However, I still thought those games were worth experiencing just because of how much charm they had. Now, if they also had a good battle system and all that charm, you get Thousand Year Door, which is why Thousand Year Door is still my favorite. And still my second favorite game of all time. It took like 20 years, and even then I waffled a little bit, where there was a period where I'm like, Wind Waker might be my favorite, and then I went back to, no, it's still Thousand Year Door. And then the funny part is then it's like, oh, wait, Xenoblade 3. See, that's the other conundrum I'm facing at the moment. Oh god, how do I do Xenoblade for this? The answer is New Game Plus, for sure. But even that will take, like, a decent amount of time. Like, those are not short games, even if you're at, like, ideal settings. The other thing I discovered recently is Xenoblade 1 has a weird quirk where it actually spoils a character's appearance in the opening cutscene for New Game Plus because they use a model that's supposed to be used later. It's like, why didn't they think this through? Like, I know it's supposed, like, you've already played the game at this point, but for me, as someone who'd want to show off the game potentially to people who haven't seen it before, that kind of sucks. So again, I fully admit this is just a me problem. Like, this is just my set of circumstances working against that. So like, if I did Xenoblade 1, I'd have to do it like new game, which sucks. I don't want to play Xenoblade 1 new game again. I could just do definitive and explain, hey, there's gonna be some spoilers for endgame stuff. The funny part is Xenoblade 1 isn't even one of my favorites. Like, I'd only do it to set up 3 and 2, because, you know, I like going in order. I say as I'm playing Mario Sunshine and not playing 64. But in general, I do like going in order with games, just because... I don't know, maybe it's like a obsessive-compulsive thing, to some extent. Mario's almost so chill, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. Show the opening cutscenes on YouTube instead. That's actually a really good idea. But there are some quirks with, like, a post-game weapon. Because, like, you carry a weapon from the little ending into... new game. So I'd have to show... Yeah, there's a cutscene video, actually, in Definitive Edition. So yeah, no, that actually would work. Thank you. That's a... I don't know why I didn't think of that, actually. There's a little bit of gameplay in that opening, though, with, like, Dunban. But it's fine. Or I could just record it myself and show it. That is also an option. It's like, hey, if I'm streaming the game, I am definitely capable of just recording it myself. Also, fun story, this is the only level in the game that doesn't have Yoshi in it. There is actually a version with the Yoshi bongos, though, that goes unused, because you literally can't find Yoshi here. Oh, that was easy. We even have time to start Pianta Village. Before the ad break, I mean. Well, we're almost to the funny number. Alright, that should be everything in Noki Bay, right? We should be good to go. So all that's left is Pianta Village and Delfino Plaza. So yeah, we're making very good time so far. I'll see how long Pianta Village takes though, because this level can be kind of a pain in the butt with the chucksters primarily. That'll be the biggest like hurdle we have. The other thing about showing the cutscenes on YouTube is, Xenoblade, at least, the Definitive Edition has, like, cutscene, or, like, cosmetic armor, which is nice, so I can have, like, late game equipment still on, but it looks like the early game equipment, so it doesn't, like, have a dissonance. So they can have their canon... Why did they jump off? They can have their canon appearances still, and still have better equipment, so I don't have to, like... See, this just feels like I'm being, like, not engaging with the gameplay, unfortunately, which is the story of my life with Xenoblade. I'm gonna be real. I love Xenoblade. I tend to just kind of brute force my way through those games. There is nothing only in episode 1, so I think we will just get the blue coins in episode 3, I think is my current plan. I always associate this level with going to the hospital as a child, and then coming home and playing this level. So that's a fun anecdote, I say, with a slight asterisk. It wasn't anything overly serious, to clarify, but it is like a core memory of mine of having to go to the hospital at a young age. It was like an all-nighter too, so I was like exhausted the next day. Casually eating Chain Chomp pups into this lake here to cool them off. I feel less bad about this if they weren't clipping through the ground. I know that's just like a technical problem, not anything in the actual like lore of the game. They're just sitting in the water basically, but they are definitely clipping through. This one's really far away, so I'm gonna give it a little push. This paint is actually on fire, by the way, so it will burn you. So you need to be a little bit more careful than usual. This might actually reach. That was a really smooth run. Remember, always be kind to your pets. Oh. I don't know if that necessarily counts, Flood. Also, this is like the level to get the 100 coins on, so we'll be back here later. The 100 coins of Pianta Village will take a bit, because you have to like really like pixel hunt for these. They can basically only be obtained at night, which is weird. The gimmick of Pianta Village is every episode alternates time of day, which is kind of nice. Nice little bit of variety. And again, there's sort of the argument of like every level... There was like fewer levels than 64, so it almost feels like a lot of them can be a little bit more like crafted in a way, where they have more like varying dialogue and everything. Like more love was poured into a smaller number of worlds. Pleasant Automaton, I don't think it counts as a pet. I more so meant yeeting the Chain Chomps into the water. It's like... Yeah, I don't know if that really counts as being kind. It's like, I know, you know, they're fine, but... It's me, El Piantismo. Now listen, see that flag over there? Alright, I do. Oh, that Pianta just despawned, because draw distance. Now you and I shall race to get there the fastest, yes. My personal record is 30 seconds. Impressive, hey? Are you at the ready? Then get set and go. That is not the right nozzle. I think they'll thank you, yeah. Ultimately, it's helping them, but it's like, interesting method of helping. This is the easiest race in my opinion, because if you like hover on slopes, you actually get a decent amount of speed if I recall. Yeah, like that one's not hard at all. Again, I'll save the blue coins for later so I can track them better. Grr, yes, grr, that was not so bad. You're quick, yes. I suppose maybe I underestimated you a small bit, perhaps. You try again after you have practiced more. Until then... Neat. Next is Goopy Inferno. This is gonna be interesting because we're gonna hit ad break during this. I'm gonna do something silly that is a speedrun trick, and hypothetically could save us time. I'm only going to try this one time. I'm gonna say this like right now. I'm only gonna try this one time. I'm not gonna like obsessively try to get this trick because I'm bad at it. It's not even hard. I'm bad at it. So this is the only above, like, non-secret level where Shadow Mario takes Flood. This level's actually really interesting. There's like 3 blue coins that are only here, so we'll be grabbing those right away. And also getting a couple of the others, I think. The trick of this is... there is a tiny little strip. God, that sucks. There's a tiny strip where you can walk through. I'm actually using the camera to turn than the actual control stick, because I find that more reliable. So you can get over here. Then you climb up this tree. Like so. Again, Mario's a mountain goat in this game. He can just kind of go up sheer inclines. No problem. I say as I almost die. Okay. Well, that gets the heart pumping a little bit. Wait, how do you get up on this branch? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do. Maybe jump over here and over? Yeah, that works. Okay. So then you try... I'm gonna jump to this mushroom over here. And then you can jump to Flood. What you're supposed to do is you have to take underground passageways to go all the way around to get to this point. But yeah, you can just do that. I'm very happy I got that first try, not gonna lie. While we're here, we might as well get the blue coins that are only in this level, just for the sake of not forgetting them later. That's the scribbled M on the platform. There should be another scribbled M about here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Like so. And then there should be a Pianta on fire somewhere on the eastern side. It's funny how much I can just kind of look very quickly at a glance and be like, yeah, that's where this is. Again, very normal about this game. Being on fire probably would not be fun. Phew, you saved me, thanks a bundle. That feels like a very understated response to being on fire. That's the 3 that are only in this episode. There are a couple that are only at night, which are Shoot the Moon, Butterflies, Beehives, and which we need episode 5 for, and one on the Pianta's nose by the pool. So we'll get that one, and then the moon haunts you, and then we'll move on. Alright, this is also a great way to get the 100 coins. After the ad break, we'll probably go for that 100 coins, because I just want to get it out of the way. Because it'll take a bit. And also to put off the chucksters as long as we can. Alright, so shoot the moon. and then help you out. You saved me, thanks bundle. Hell yeah. I hope I got everything there, otherwise this will be very awkward in a bit. And hey, just before the outbreak starts too. That was very good timing. Alright, with that taken care of... When you played this when you were younger, you would go to the pond where you launched the chain chomps into and do a bunch of side and spinning jumps to splash water to make a path. Oh, that's a really good idea. I never thought about doing that before, but that's very clever. But with that, ads are literally about to start, so we are going to take a break here. Gonna get up, stretch, use the bathroom, and we'll be back with more Mario Sunshine. My timing for getting back is generally pretty good. Like, I almost always get back, like, right before the ads start, which is very nice. But hi, welcome back to the stream. I hope y'all are enjoying so far. I'm having a great time, but again, I also really love this game. If you enjoyed the stream, you can always follow for notifications when I go live, and, yeah. Everyone's support is greatly appreciated as always. But that being said, let's hop back into the game. I am looking to the side because I did not reset tracking. Hi Minnie, thank you for the hydration check. I'll make sure to take care of that before we launch in. Gonna reset that real quick. Hope you're doing well. And with that, I guess we're gonna hop back into the game. While I had stepped away, I decided I actually want to do the 100 coins with Yoshi, and we'll get the blue coins too there. So we're gonna do episode 4 first. I was like, should we go back for that? Your coding got a bug thanks to Windows 11 API, so you're miffed. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a Windows moment if I've ever heard one. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Alright, this is the big chain chomp. There are different ways to approach this stage. You can actually try to drag it all the way yourself. What I like to do is I like to kind of push it along, just like by chasing after it. Trying to like get it to go the way you want it to go, which sometimes it doesn't, so we'll see. And then... Shit, it almost went the right way. I saw it turn briefly, and then it turned the other way. Yeah, it's kind of looking around, like... Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do this the hard way, unfortunately. That's fine. Shit, it's getting very far away now. Now we're actually back to the start, that sucks. Shit, yeah, it'll reignite after a little bit, so we have to kind of be fast here. I'm gonna track it the wrong way. Oh, not fast enough. Yeah, I was hoping I could kind of guide it to the right spot and then easily just have it kind of go in on its own. Because you can kind of do it that way, but sometimes it'll fight ya. Today is one of those days, unfortunately. Ah damn, we almost made it that cycle. We can definitely get this cycle, I think. Piece of cake. And then it turns gold, so it's actually pretty chill now. How are they gonna get it out of the bath, I'm not entirely sure, but it's fine. A lot of the solutions in Mario games are like, yeah, this kind of creates a different problem, but we're just not gonna worry about that. Just, you know, it's just a show, I should really just relax. Kind of logic. Alright, time for everyone's favorite level, but we're not doing the actual level yet. I'm sparing myself a little bit longer. Because we are going after blue coins and 100 coins. We already got a fair amount as is, so we're mostly gonna clean up the ones that do not require time of day, because we got all the night ones, and the day ones we'll get later. Now these little like wind gust thingies that will try to attack you and are very annoying. Again, I'm roughly going to go in order just to keep a better tab on, like better tabs on everything here. This one is next in order. Squirt sign we can't do. In the tall grass we can do. That one should be on the other side. Oh, didn't mean to actually get that one yet, but it's fine. That wasn't a pokey specifically. And the tall grass should be over here. But yeah, like, I have been enjoying this from the standpoint of just like, it's kind of chill, like, you know, again, blue coins do have a bit of a rough reputation, I'd say, but even though they are not necessarily the most engaging thing, I have been enjoying kind of just chatting about whatever. I think I already said that during Noki Bay, though. Tall grass, top of the tree. Which tree do they mean? They mean that one, okay. Because there's one on the other top of the tree. Oh, this guidebook has a typo. It lists 8 instead of 18. That's just the numbers wrong, so it's not a big deal, but still stood out to me. There was another typo too, where there's one listed for like not being in an episode, and it definitely was. Alright, pineapple should be somewhere in that tree over there. Basically all the like fruits here are like centralized, which is nice. Instead of other levels where you have to like hunt for them. Really? Nothing? Okay. Come on, game. That feels like a ripoff. At least we have this. Again, the one issue I have with 100 coins is how fast coins despawn in this game. Sometimes they despawn so quickly, it can be really hard to actually, like, get anything out of them. This will give you stuff, right? Yep, okay. I was like, I'm not misremembering, am I? Because that'd be very upsetting. If it was only a daytime thing. Top of the tree, under the bridge. We got that one. Beehive, so I guess we're breaking out Yoshi. If you're really fancy, you can just yeet the fruit over to him and hope for the best, but I'm not. I'm gonna have to do this 2 more times anyway, so I'm just gonna take it slow. Yoshi, this one will be orange. Orange glad I didn't say banana. Sometimes I question my ability to make jokes. It's like, I feel like my vibe on stream isn't inherently a problem. Oops, that is a problem though. But it is a case of like, I don't know if I'm like the most comedic streamer, if that makes sense. Like, more cozy than comedic, which isn't a problem, but just, it's kind of interesting trying to feel out what vibe I have for actually streaming. Two butterflies, or 1 butterfly and 2 beehives. This one sucks over here. This one is awful because it's right by a cliff. So we'll see how this goes. This could go really disastrously, in all fairness. Getting a little stuck, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to guide them over a little bit, like, not to the edge of the cliff for obvious reasons. I'm also trying to grab as many coins as possible for this mission. We're already at 50, which is good. Shit. Okay. Okay, I'm prioritizing the coins, which is difficult sometimes. Again, each bee gives you coins, so this is why I recommend doing it here. It is possible in episode 1, I have done it, it is not easy. Because you have to, like, put out all the flames, ground pound a bunch of random spots. It's not convenient. 20... 20 is... where exactly? On top of the mushroom? Oh, okay. Interesting hitboxes. As long as Yoshi's tongue is, you have to kind of like jump up to them, I find. Maybe not. Maybe it's just bad angle. There's also coins underground, so I'm gonna have to like suffer through the underground and hope I don't die while trying to get that. So, end of the palm tree, at the top of the central tree. We can get that now? Apparently. And I'm like, okay, but how though? Because that's very high up. Shoot the spout that the waterfall flows out of. Well, that one's easy. I'm gonna have to drop Yoshi for this, otherwise he'll evaporate. There we go. Yeah, we'll get a couple of them in episode 8, I think. I thought there was one at the top of the other tree, too. Bluebird flying near the rocket nozzle, can't do that yet. Extinguish the Pyont on fire, the scribbles on the wall. Oh shit, sorry Yoshi. Oops. The 2 M's. One is at the start, I should've gotten that one already. Wait, there are 2 of these? No, there's only one, okay. Yeah, it's on the opposite side from here. Again, another detail I love about this game is how the world is interconnected. We're at the top of the world, basically, or the highest point, so you can actually see a lot of the other areas from here. Like, I briefly caught a glance at Peanut Park. Also, no turbo nozzle on this level, so you're on your own for speed, but, you know, this level's not too big, so it's more vertical, I'd say, with the underground. Scribbled M on the wall. Okay. I am tempted to do a thing. There's a couple blue coins still that we could get, hypothetically, and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't get those in the 100 coin mission. Because if I die, I have to get all the coins again. So I might just kind of focus on the 100 coins and just ignore, we have to go underground anyway, though. That's the problem. So there's this one, there's another M somewhere. Apparently. Oh, there it is. I am unobservant. So yeah, we have to go underground anyway, so I guess I'll die. The other interesting thing is, this is our second to last 100 coins. After this, we only have Delfino Plaza, and that one's a freebie. There's a trick to easily get that one. But yeah, this is the last one we'll actually have to like struggle for. And this isn't even that much of a struggle, I'm just kinda being cagey about going to the underground. Behind the starting area. Nice, nice. Yeah, 100 coins, I mean, Here's the thing, it's not exactly a cakewalk in 64 sometimes either, but it's more situational. Like, Dire Dire Docks sucks, because there's barely any coins. And in Hazy Maze Cave is just and Rainbow Ride is just very easy to die on. I feel like it's tied to the blue coins, yeah. Again, the main issue I have is you have to do them in specific levels. It's not really a big deal, like, if you have the official Nintendo's player guide like I do, and I have had this guidebook for years to the point where it's actively falling apart. But it is a case of, like, you know, as a kid, I just knew exactly which episode I needed to do everything in. If you didn't have the player's guide and had to actually figure it out yourself which episode you need, that would be a lot more frustrating. So again, it's one of those things where it's like, I understand why people dislike that aspect of this game. I'm not defending it, but it is something that I've always circumvented. Actually, it might be possible to get to the top of the tree, like by jumping off of one of the other trees. I'm not really gonna find out right now. We'll come back for that later. So yeah, we have to do this twice now. 30 blue coins in every levels. That's 150 coins right there. Yeah. True. Though, to be fair, the blue coins feel like they're hidden in different spots usually. Like, there is a lot of bespoke design where blue coins are actually hidden. Like, they're kind of in out-of-the-way areas where I don't think they would put a regular coin there in a lot of cases. Again, I think Odyssey did a better job from the perspective of the purple coins, the kingdom coins, being tied to cosmetics rather than 100% completion, essentially, for the main objective. I know for Dire Dire Docks also, they specifically add more coins in 64DS, which is nice, but... Again, I don't know how I'm tackling that game for this series. It would count, but I'm just not really feeling 64DS either at this moment. It's like, I just want to move on to Galaxy after this, if I do another 3D Mario. Because that's the game I like. And it's like, not sort of like a nostalgic favorite. It is a nostalgic favorite, but it's also just like, I love the game, like, genuinely. I think it's a phenomenal game. Galaxy 2 is the hard one to decide what to do with, because I don't know if I want to play that game on stream. And you know exactly why I don't want to play that on the stream. I can think of one very big reason. Actually, I can think of a few big reasons. Some of the green stars are kind of, like, frustrating because of, like, having to replay entire levels, like, multiple times to get each one. It's like they know the stage is gonna kick your ass, and they give you like 50 million one-ups along the way, because they know you're gonna get bodied by it, which is like, yeah, that's not good design. For this particular mission, I'm gonna be fully honest. So hey, we'll see how this goes. If I get this first try, I'm gonna be very happy with myself. I'm not promising getting first try on this. I would like it, I don't expect it. Squirt the sign, we're missing all the trap Piantas. I feel like we're missing blue coins somewhere. There's supposed to be 12, and I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, I am missing some. Huh, okay. So I am misremembering. Okay, we'll get that one later. Hi. I'm a Chuckster. Get ready to hear that dialogue a lot. My advice for this one is talk to this one as far back as you can, as straight as you can. Unfortunately, I'm not good at doing things straight, so we'll see how this goes. Don't hold back. Yeah, me straight, never. See, my thing is I'm just gonna be patient. We can't be patient in the red coins though, which is why the red coins is annoying, but you have floods, so you can kind of course correct more. So that's something. Someone will say higher, higher. Do not ask how I know. I've played this game so much. I forgot what this one says though. Oh, this one just says I'm a chuckster, okay. Do you actually have to throw yourself over there? Alright, this is the penultimate Pianta. Actually, no. Shit, that's too far. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I could already tell the angle was bad. Which again, I think says a lot about how much I've played this level, where I could just immediately, just the moment I talk to him, I'm like, that's not the right angle for that. The actual problem, I think, with stages like this is impatience. Like, because if you keep dying on a level like this, you're just gonna be like, oh my god, get it over with. Which I feel like is a completely valid reaction, but it is a stage that requires a lot of patience, and like having to do it over and over again is a great way to wear out that patience. So I think that's why this level takes people as long as it does, is it's just very easy to get impatient with it. That's... okay, we're good, I think. Nope, we are not good. Okay, I held back too much. It's fine. I saved myself. I'm not pressing anything this time. Okay, I pressed a little. All the stews. Alright, and the platform to the left is, I think, just for, like, collectibles, which is, like, not worth it. Oh, thank god, you stopped. That's a little too far to the left for my liking. Hey, we made it. Second try, I'll take it. Listen, I will not look a gift horse in the mouse. Like, second try, it's real good. Hi Nicole, welcome on in. Pianta gibberish. I love the sound effects in this game. I wish more Mario games did this. Straight up. Hey, guess what? We have to go back. Alright, I'm looking at the guide because I'm not really confident in this one. By the way, this is actually our last secret. Sort of. There's a couple in Pianta, and Delfino Plaza by technicality, but they're not branded as secret stages, so, you know, ostensibly this is our last secret red coin stage. Then we get to find a pachinko and the river leaf and all that fun, and massive air quotes. Shit. Actually, before I forget, I should get the blue coin up here, because I'm definitely gonna forget in a moment. I still feel like I'm missing some, like, I'm short. A few. There's like 8... It's like, is it 8 that you get from the Piantas you rescue? Because if it's 8, then, oh no. We might be okay, but... That'd be 3 I'm missing, which I think is actually right. Because we're missing the sign in daytime. The one with the bluebird, and the one underground. We'll see. We'll see next episode for sure. We'll get a good idea of how many blue coins are missing. Jesus, I almost just flipped off the edge there. As in jumping off, not flipping off, as in like flipping the bird at this stage, which, I mean, all the people do, in all honesty. Again, this is definitely one of those levels where it's like, I'm not gonna, like, excuse it, because it definitely is a beginner, like, a wall for beginner like people starting out this game or like who have never played it before. So yeah, I'm not really gonna like defend this stage, but I actually don't mind it too much. But again, maybe it's just because I've played it 50 million times, so I know exactly what to do. You can just say like screw the chucksters in this and just like skip them, which is nice. This one you have to do though, because you have to go so high up that there's no other way. There's also a bunch of shit over there. Okay, we survived. I don't think the Pianta on fire has anything, which is odd. Why is he here, is my question. Shit, this is not the smoothest run of this stage that I've ever had, but we are making it. Okay. Can I... So yeah, for this red coins, you only need one chuckster. You literally don't need any other chucksters for this. So yeah, that's actually not that bad. Not bad at all. Nice. So yeah, last secret done. We're making good time. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, there was 8 trapped Piantas in the next stage. So yeah, we should be good for coin count, I think. I think I know where the last 3 are. I hope. Piantas in need. This one's a fun one, I think. This is a good speedrun level because it has an active timer. I know they're like... I feel like I've seen like a video on like ILs, or individual level times for this. Oh no, I just went away for a bit and now look, I can't believe it. Another fine mess, and it's a doozy. Some of the villagers are trapped in that burning ooze, and I just finished evacuating everyone a little while back. What in the world's happening? I think I may just start crying. Oh, I'm sorry to trouble you time after time, but please. Can you find time to help us out again? 10 villagers are trapped in the slime. You must hurry. Alright, this level's fun. I'm not gonna promise a speedrun by any means. Some people actually free the Piantas and then clean them off later because there's a brief animation where you can't actually clean them off. So it's actually slightly more beneficial to back off a bit. We're not gonna talk to them right away so I can keep better track of everything. So we need... what? 207 by the end of this, plus any other coins we get. Okay, these two up here. The 2 kid Piantas don't have blue coins, only the adult Piantas do. But you do have to save them for the mission. Nice, nice. Next is you. There's also barrels of water, they're not really helpful for anything. It doesn't feel like particularly beneficial to use those. Last 2 should be... over here, I think. Well, there's one. Don't know where the other one is. Actually, they might just be over, this way. Nope. Okay, we have a problem. Where's this last one? Is that the start of the area and I just totally missed him? Because I saw a goop patch. Wow, okay, I missed the easy one. That's typical for me. Well, okay. Crisis averted. Alright, so now we go talk to everybody. First of all, actually, I'm gonna grab this blue coin, so I don't forget it. And then we are gonna get all of our spoils. Thanks, sweetums. I don't know how I processed the term sweetums as a kid. It's like, that's an interesting verb, like, noun choice for that. The male Piantas will always say the same thing when you rescue them. The female Piantas will always say the same thing when you rescue them. It's always interesting. Ooh, you saved me, thanks a bundle. Case in point. Also, this one just throws you for some reason. It's like, thanks. not like it just saved your life or anything. Oh, you can see Corona Mountain too. I never really thought about that. Yep, up there is Corona Mountain. So yeah, last two... Thanks bundle yeets you. Yeah. Piantas are interesting. I saw something about how Piantas might be back for World. I don't know if that's confirmed. But I hope Nokis are too. Fun story, I think the last like non-remake game that Piantas were in would probably have been like Mario Kart in the stands. Like audience. But also like they were playable in like baseball games and like that only. And it's a bummer to me because I wish they were in more games. Nintendo goes through weird eras where they just hyper-fixate on a character and then just put that character in everything. So there was like the GameCube era where you just had Piantas, Nokis, Cataquax, Petey Piranha, Gooper, Blooper. You just had all these characters in like every game for a while. And then they just kind of stopped at a point, which was really weird. And some argue Rosalina's that for the Wii generation, where it's like Rosalina's and everything. Not that I'm complaining, because I very much like Rosalina. Not beating the stereotype with that. I'm gonna play it safe and not be a risky little thing, and I'm gonna go talk to the mayor. Yeah, now Pauline's getting that treatment, but I have a problem with Pauline. I'll talk about that in a moment. You're the savior of Pianta Village, we're in your debt. As a reward, please take this. My problem with Pauline now is a slight flanderization in that most of her personality in current games revolves around Jump Up Superstar. Like, I kind of wish they could incorporate something involving like the mini Marios, just as variety. Like, I'm glad Pauline is here, but her entire personality does not need to be this song. It just actually makes me think of like the first like Coliseum where they're like, this is an ad. Yeah, I always think of that with Jump Up Superstar now. Speaking of Coliseum, different Coliseum, but GameCube NSO I think is also a topic that's been... Oh wait, we have a thing coming up here. This is weird. They force you out for this because the world resets to a different state to unlock the final area as soon as you beat this final Shadow Mario that you're missing. Or beat episode 7 in every world. So we will have to take a short detour away from Pianta Village after fighting Shadow Mario here. We are going to do a detour. Arg, I'll remember this. Yeah, sure you will. We are gonna have fun in a moment, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. So, at this point, the plaza is going to be flooded. Opening up Corona Mountain as a bonus area for, This is the last level, basically unlocking. I don't know why it, like, basically puts you in such a state that you can't, like, do anything else than go here. And then it has a 100% reward, meaning, oh wait, if you beat the game now, then you have to do it again for the 100%, which is not worth it anyway. Sometimes if you swim under these logs at the right angle, you'll get shot down to the ground and you can walk on water. I'm not good at this trick, unfortunately, but was just trying to demonstrate it a little bit. I don't know if that's actually in 3D All-Stars also, now that I'm thinking about it. That might not even be here. In which case, yeah, oh, there it is. So yeah, you can just walk on water. Unfortunately, you can't get a Yoshi, so you can't, like, cheese the lake, or the river, Shine Sprite very easily. I wish you could, that'd be really nice, not gonna lie. But you can't. Alright, up here then. Actually, how the hell do you get up here? Another thing is there's a 1-up on the island off in the distance. The Pianta stuck on that island over there makes it back to shore. You can't get that 1-up anymore, so you just lose out on an automatically replenishing life source. Again, it's one of the really cool things about Sunshine in some ways, is that the world is constantly adapting, depending on how much progress you've made. I think it's really cool, personally, and a nice bit of charm, but it can also cause problems occasionally of like, oh, you actually can't get that anymore, because the world state has changed. Alright, Corner Mountain, I hope I can make this look easy. That is my goal right now, because I want to show off. I want to be a tryhard. I might also be very quiet for a section coming up because there are 10 blue coins here, believe it or not. We needed a boat for this. If you crash the boat, you have a very good chance of dying. So this is gonna suck, in other words. If I can get this first try, I'll be very happy. I'm not counting on it. I also wish this first, like, platforming section was a checkpoint, but, like, no level has a checkpoint in this game, in all fairness, so... The only checkpoint is a hidden zone, basically. Alright, this is where the fun begins. Lava boat. Small movements is my advice. You can do this without the boat, by the way. If you, like, climb up the spires and gain momentum, you can actually launch yourself to the next spire and so on, and just beat it that way. I'm not that good at this game to pull that off, but I've seen speedruns do it. They actually get the blue coins that way sometimes if you lose the boat, for example. That is a viable option, I guess. Viable might be a strong word for this, but... yeah, viable is a very strong word, actually. Okay, got one. There should be 9 over the lava. I'm deliberately going to save the ones farther away, or save the ones closer to shore for last, for extremely obvious reasons. The other problem I'm having is, do I try to get a Switch 2? Because, like, you know, that can make this marathon easier, because, like, Chibi Robo also qualifies. And I've considered putting Chibi Robo on the list, but if it's getting an NSO version soon. But that's also behind a very expensive console, so another thing I'm kind of internally debating is how to actually, like, approach some games. Air Ride's another one, where it's like, you know, if I can get a Switch 2, Air Ride might come out then, so it might be better to wait on that. Like, so far, with all the Mario games, the BizHawk Shuffler I did a while back, and the next plan, which is Pikmin 1, I've mostly been going in order of my childhood games, and I'm probably gonna do that with Sonic 1 through 3 also. Through Mega Collection specifically, because that's the version I grew up with, for better or worse. We may have issues because there are no continues automatically and no saving in that, so we might actually have to put in, like, Yuji Naka's birthday in Sonic 2 especially. I'm also not promising all Chaos Emeralds. I would promise that for Origins. I'm not promising that for Mega Collection. Now, Thousand Door I'm set on, because then I just play the Switch version. But even that's kind of a variable, because we don't know what games are getting patches yet. Because, like, Thousand Door is one that has, like, Switch 2 features already in the code as is, so they could easily patch it to give it, like, 60 FPS. Like, I want to say there were, like, better resolution options already built into the code, just in case. So it's like, we don't know if like that's getting a Switch 2 patch or not. This is the fun part, getting the boat to turn without actually moving forward. Alright, there we go. One more coin. I can just die for this one, to be honest, right? Is it just one? Yeah, it's just one. Okay. Yeah, I could easily just jump into the lava and get this one. Yeah, getting lives and continues isn't too bad, but I have definitely game overed on Sonic 2 plenty of times throughout my life. I'm just gonna do this. This will be faster, even if I die. If I die, I die. Actually, I probably won't die here. I'm holding ZR to hope the hover engages. Hey, hell yeah. Okay. Actually, I can just do this. Why not? I don't know why it saves here. It's like there's one level here. Anyway, hey, Corner Mountain's effectively done beyond the final boss. So all that's left is the rest of Pianta Village and then the plaza itself, which I am kind of dreading, to be honest, just because a lot of the Shine Sprites here will kick my ass. Probably. Where am I going? Rocket Nozzle, that's right. Okay. Alrighty, finishing up Pianta. We have 20 minutes till next ad break, so we have plenty of time for this. Hopefully, if I remember where the red coins are, I actually kinda don't, to be honest. Most of them are those Tanuki thieves, yeah. It's like 15 here, that's not too bad. Hey, Fluff Festival, I love this level. It's hard as hell, but it's our last, like, main out-of-world level, or in-world level, so it should be hard. Yeah, I might go over. Shit. Okay. That was a very embarrassing, way to die after getting through Corner Mountain, first try. Like, that's just awkward right there. Again, I'll, like, ace the easy stuff and then F up the... or ace the hard stuff and then F up the easy stuff. I was trying to get onto the platform because I'm pretty sure there's a red coin there. I could see the shadow of it, and we also need a blue coin down there too. You're supposed to, like, maneuver around. I'm lazy. Okay. I was trying to spin jump and I just lost momentum. Like, got too much momentum and just yeeted myself again. I'm sensing a pattern. This is just the me yeeting myself stream. Okay. And then the blue coin should be over here. The other interesting thing is that Delfino Plaza only has 20 blue coins, because it combines with Corona Mountain's 10. So yeah, there should only be, the Bluebird, and that's it, for Pianta Village. Now how the hell do I get out of here? Shoot, okay, that works. There's also one at the top of the tree that's only in this episode, so we have to actually do a lot of this, like some of this over again. Not the bird. Oh yeah, this one, I don't think this one's too bad. Again, a lot of the birds have like fixed landing spots, so I don't find them that terrible. Oh, the one red coin, blue coin I was thinking of, I was confusing it with the red coin, I think. I'm like, wait, I thought there was a blue coin there. It's like, nope, thinking of this level. Where's 2 on this guide? Oh, that's on that tree. Yeah, this is the one I was confusing it with. Also, this Pianta, and there's always a Pianta in every world that gives you sunglasses. I have not shown that off at all. I love not being able to see where I'm going in a platformer that often demands a lot of the player. It's cool detail that the sunglasses actually dim the screen, but I find it just makes it hard to see. Like, I was playing RE2, like I mentioned yesterday, and it's like, the temptation to just crank up the brightness is definitely high at parts. But that also loses atmosphere, obviously. That's a game I'm very torn on how to handle, because it's like, on one hand, RE2 is an important game of my life. On the other hand, that game is very gory, so I don't entirely know how well that would do in terms of my viewership, basically. If, like, friends would be interested in seeing me play a very grim game like RE2. Oh, it's over here. Gotcha. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. We lived. We just got stung by a bee, but we lived. No biggie. And the last one should be somewhere in these, like, crates over here. Which one? I don't remember. Ow. Okay. There we go. And thank you for the hydration check, GB. I'll get to that in a moment. But right now, I'm just gonna try to, like, get through the rest of this. Because we're almost done with this level. One more red coin is at the top of the tree. So we need to figure out a way up there. Again, we also need to get the bird up here. I forget where it is exactly. If it's higher... I feel like it's higher up. I hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Alright, there we go. I should get this, huh? So I can get back up here in a reasonable amount of time. Alright, where the hell did that bird go? There it is. Piece of cake. Oh, okay, I still didn't take damage, so I'll take it. Hell yeah. So I'll just have the 2 shine sprites here. Should be a piece of cake. She says, knowing she is tempting the fates. Case in point. I do feel like I'm very susceptible to jinxing in a way that I do believe jinxing is real. I know some will beg to differ on that, but I am a strong believer in the concept of jinxing because it happens to me a lot. Ouch. Shit. Okay, that canceled the animation, which was unfortunate. Again, we're not dying. That's the main thing I was worried about here. So if I don't die, I'll take that. This is not a super smooth run of this tree climb, though. We got to do it again, though. Maybe I'll do a better job next time. In different ways, yeah. Shit. Okay. We don't really need water once we get to the top, thankfully, so I can just kind of take it easy now. This part sucks, I'm gonna be honest. This part is, like, always scary to me, and I don't know how many times I've actually died here, but it just feels scary. Like, it just feels terrifying, having to, like, trust that the controls don't give out, because sometimes they do in this game. So yeah, this is one of those things that's like, have I actually died here very often? No, but am I still terrified of it? Absolutely. I usually climb up a little bit, because sometimes hanging at the very bottom can cause you to just fall off from, like, the motion, like the way Mario's lined up with it isn't quite correct. I think that's Noki Bay. Like, that's that little bit of water there. That's the pool where the the group of blooper is. That's on a beach, that's Pianta, or that's in a park. Yeah, just being able to see the entire world from here is really cool. Like, it's such a cool detail, and I wish more games did this, to be honest, where, like, they establish a sense of scope where the entire world is in one region. And that's created, like, a sense of, like, oh, the levels aren't as varied as something like, you know, 64, where you're going to all sorts of different locations, but it does have the nice benefit of being a little bit more, like, giving you a sense of, like, this is an actual real place, quote-unquote real place, of, like, a lived-in environment, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That kind of style, I think, is really cool. And I love when games are able to pull that off, where it's like, yeah, no, this is just one continuous world, it's not, like, segmented chunks of levels. Alright, so we're back in the building again. I quote that so much now. Friends started saying it a lot, and now I've picked it up again. I've been quoting a lot of fan dubs lately. I need to rewatch a couple of them. I know some friends were talking about, like, going through some of them. So I'll probably join them if it's at a time that I can hop in. So yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've seen most of the fan dubs. Except like 06, which I watched semi-recently with friends. Okay, so far so good. And up here, and then when you're on the Shine Sprite platform, you gotta shoot the sun. You know, just casually staring straight into the sun. That's a great idea, Mario. Nothing could possibly go wrong from this. Alright, I guess we'll do 100, like... I guess, like, what do we do now? That's, like, all the main Shine Sprites, I think. So all that's left is gonna be Delfino Plaza, I think. Unless I'm really forgetting something. I have this sinking feeling that I'm forgetting something, but it doesn't look like I am. So I guess we're good. Good to go on that. I guess we'll just clean up these real quick. Hopefully, when I say real quick, it actually ends up being quick. Screw it. We'll get one of the hardest ones out of the way first. I'm feeling risky. Pachinko time! This level sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This one just has weird invisible walls everywhere. It's more about when you start hovering than actually, like, any semblance of real physics. There are ways to get into the little alcoves with the red coins, like, when you're not supposed to, which can kind of be a nice little cheese strat if you can actually make it there. Yeah, this is another level where if I do this first try, I'll be very happy with myself. Cause like, yeah, like sometimes you just get stuck on things. Like, you know, I know there's a harder one technically. This is probably my least favorite though, just because it's so fiddly. Like, there's no way to consistently do this. You're just kind of at the mercy of weird, like, scripting. Because it's not really physics-based, it's, like, scripting-based. Like, if you go to a certain point and then release the hover, you'll just stop abruptly. Actually, if I can replicate that, that would work very well. The bottom pockets are obviously the hard ones, because, like, that's, like, really weird to reach that. You can also land on these little nails, in theory. Oh boy. Okay, we lived, somehow. Let's go. I am happy. Now, I'm not gonna, you know, celebrate too early though, because we still have to grab the Shine Sprite. Which is sometimes easier said than done. Okay. Let's go. First try. Okay, well, that's a relief. One weird thing about the shine sprites in Delfino Plaza is you actually keep a coin count between shines. So we actually still have 1 coin, which means we can actually also go up here and get one really easily. Basically, what you do is talk to a chuckster up on this roof, and he'll throw you where you need to go. And also, I think the weather vanes can give you coins too, so it's very easy to get coins even if we didn't have one here. Howdy, throw me a coin and I'll throw you for a loop. Yeah, and then away you go. So that's a very quick and easy one too. Just get that one, no problem. So, yeah, this is gonna be relatively fast at this point to, like, clean up all these. Another very quick one is this over here. You just got the turbo nozzle, and then break open this thing over here. Boom. Ow. Or you get, like, a concussion on this wall. But yeah, there's another one. So yeah, this is gonna go relatively fast. I think we could, like, conceivably beat the game in 3 hours. I might go a little bit over though, which is why, again, I started a little bit early, just in case. Yeah, in theory, we might be able to beat this game relatively fast. At least that's my hope, because this is stream 3. This is not a long playthrough, but I still kind of would like to move on to something else soonish. In May, I have a few games in mind to play, and also June, I have a lot of plans for obvious reasons. So yeah, I would like to get through this game and be able to move on to something else. Actually, I will eat my words. I know I was saying I'm probably not going to play Mario 64. I just realized something, and I think I will actually play Mario 64 soon. If you know me, you can probably guess what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm not slick. If you think you know my plan for Mario 64, you're probably correct, because I'm very predictable with the things I enjoy. So yeah, we'll do something for Mario 64 in the near future, and that's all I'll say for now. Alright, another one up here. There's also the other clock tower along with the Shine Gate, so we'll get those two soonish. There's also one with ground pounding, like a slab above the lighthouse. So yeah, there's plenty to get here. This will go really fast though. But yeah, ads are about to start, so I'm gonna stop here and we will be back very shortly with more Shine Sprites here. Hello, I have returned. Again, very good time on my part. So yeah, there should be 16 Shine Sprites here, effectively. Some of them are very difficult, a lot of them are very easy, and then we also have a crap ton of blue coins still. So we'll begin those, hopefully, within the next hour. And then we will be able to finish the game, 100%. So again, overall this playthrough has been going very smoothly, which I'm happy about, because, you know, Sunshine is a game that doesn't always cooperate. So yeah, ad break is wrapping up, so we'll hop back over to the game. And, continue onwards. And yeah, we are back. Everything should be working. Just kind of testing calibration a little bit here. Making sure everything is to my liking. I might actually reset tracking again, like about here. Okay. Okie dokie. Another Shine Sprite I actually forgot about and literally just remembered from looking at the guidebook is actually over here. There should be one for spraying the sand. Right here, okay. So, again, a very easy one. Truth be told, I probably should have been more meticulous about my order so I don't forget one, because I'm likely to forget one. I'm actually slightly nervous, because I'm like, wait, how many Shine Sprites did we have at the end of... Pianta Village, because I feel like our number is off, actually. Like, I feel like something about our current number is off. And I don't know if I'm just losing, like, my mind or something, and completely forgetting something. Because we're at, like, 80, I think? I think that's correct. Because we got, like, 3 here. We got 5 here. So we had 78. Is my math wrong? Oh wait, there's also the 100 coins. That's what I'm forgetting. Hopefully. See, I think we're okay. I hope. I like how you can actually jump into the signs like that. Very cool detail. Next I want to go over here and take care of this one. I'm thinking about it. I've decided to go in the order of the guide now. Just for the sake of not missing anything. Break all of the crates within 30 seconds to win a prize. You wanna try? You can actually double up, but it's not the easiest when they're like in corners like this. Like you can just bonk like that. I do really enjoy this game's like, you know, hub area. I think it's a really good size and a good balance of like charm. That was great, you're the best. A good balance of charm and still being like easy to navigate. But again, there is the inherent problem of there's not really a reason to get any of these shine sprites unless you want 100%, because it's not number based, it's based on episode 7. So again, there's an oversight within the game itself where it's like not incentivizing a number means you can very like easily get to the end without doing most of the game. Like, I feel like Odyssey yet again kind of has that problem of like having so much to do and it's very easy to like skip large portions of the content as a result. For me, I kind of like the flexibility of it at the very least, you know, being able to very easily... What am I trying to say? Being able to very easily meet your objective without like doing everything in it, especially for a game with the scope of Odyssey. But it is a case of like, yeah, you can miss out on most of the, like easily over half the game and still complete it, no prob. I think it just kind of depends on if that's a like on the individual if that's a problem or not. Because it's like the Korok mentality from Breath of the Wild. You only need 450-ish or something like that to upgrade all gear or all equipment slots. But I almost feel like the 900 is to make it easier and not like pigeonhole you into needing a set amount of collectibles in order to actually like get everything you need. It's like an excess to supply you, but you're not gonna have a good time if you try to 100% unless you're like me and just really enjoy running around. It's like I love Breath of the Wild enough that I just ran around and got everything. I didn't do that with Tears of the Kingdom because I actually replayed Breath of the Wild like a month before Tears of the Kingdom. So I was already feeling a little burnt out on the game. I do want to go back though, like... You know, if I can get a Switch 2 at some point, I will definitely replay Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom again, just cause I am normal about these games. I like how that's a free shine, like, you jump in and you already collect it automatically. So we got the coin toss, or not coin toss, the chuckster for the coin. Next one on this guide is on the island over here, so mosey. The other interesting thing is, even though your coin count doesn't reset, you keep all your coins. So, like, you can easily grind coins in the process of getting all the shine sprites here. It's very convenient, actually. We're getting the easy stuff out of the way. The others will be a lot harder once we get to a certain point. Yeah, these early, like, Delfino Plaza shines are going to be very fast, and then the pacing of this is going to bog down significantly before too long. I'm actually picturing something, and I think I remember where it is. I think it's at the PlayStation. But I had a brief moment where I was like, wait, where is this located? Alright, gotta just swim over here real quick. So the guidebook for the one after this lists it as the caption is Grand Slam, and yet again I'm reminded of Sora the Hedgehog. I remember getting this one early on. The next one of the upcoming ones, is actually a favorite of mine, just because it's very fun. It's like a slide. It's like the only slide in this game, actually. Oh, I see how the guide is set up. They set up all of the secret levels in their own sections. That makes sense. Next one they list in the guide is the lighthouse roof. Actually, I think we missed the Shine Gate. Or I missed the Shine Gate. Yeah, I missed this one. So, again, staying in order. We'll get this one next. Then also, at some point, we'll have to divert to get the blue coins in Delfino Plaza, which actually shouldn't be too bad. They're time-consuming, but not overly difficult. Also, once we get the ones in the actual overworld at a certain point, I think we'll just, you know, continue to get the hard stuff out of the way first. With the secrets. Like, we did Pachinko already. Ow. But I think we'll do the river next. We got the 2 bells, we got the Shine Gate. So all that's left is the lighthouse, I think. We got the one in the sand. Actually, all the secret stages are kind of annoying in their own way in this particular world. Or in Delfino Plaza. Like, not, you know, impossibly difficult or obnoxious or anything, but just, like, mildly, like, frustrating in some cases to, like, really difficult. The Yoshi one is obviously the most annoying to, like, first-time players, I'd say, from the perspective of, oh, you have to do an absurd amount to get Yoshi to that island. And that just makes it feel a lot worse, because it's a hard level that you need a very specific requirement to actually do. You have to meet a very specific criteria for it, and that just makes it feel even worse, like insult to injury, basically. Actually, I'm gonna divert here. We're gonna go to the Delfino Airstrip, I think, after this, because I'm probably going to die on this stage, and I'll lose all my coins. So I should probably spend the 10 coins now. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Actually, because we're gonna be kind of thinking about coins here, I think I might actually start worrying about the blue coins. Get that out of the way real fast, and then we'll just have the regular levels left. Since, yeah, our next stop is the airstrip anyway, and we need 10 coins to get there, we might as well also start going for the 100 coins as well. Yeah, you can take this boat to the airstrip, but we'll do that a little bit later. Angles sometimes aren't your friend in this game. Like, trying to do something fast can just take way longer than it should take. There's also all the stuff in the sewers that we have to worry about in a little bit. I'm just getting this to refill, but I actually do need the turbo nozzle for something. Yeah, once again, I do hope everyone's having an alright day. Again, I'm very happy with how this playthrough is going today. I definitely am a little bit more locked in than last time. Obviously I've screwed up a few things here and there, but in general, I feel like my gameplay has been pretty solid today, which I'm happy about. A solid showing of this game, which is something I was hoping for. Thank you for the head pats. I need to make my own. I need to get my own head pat emote at some point. Partly just I've talked about this a little bit before, but part of my reasoning for wanting like specific emotes is so I can have emotes of my own and not have to worry about relying on gift subs for things like a lurk emote. Or like mainly a lurk and a hug and like maybe a head pat. Like those are emotes that I use so often that I would consider having my own just so I have my own version and don't have to worry about like, oh, well I just luck out on this time. Yep, over here. It's funny how I'm just looking at this guide very briefly. I'm not even looking at where things are located, but I can just be like, oh yeah, it's over here. Like, oh, scribbled M behind the crate. It's gotta be over on this building. If anything, I'm also kind of like, I should play Brawl for this series. Because I was thinking Delphi the Plaza. It's like, yeah, Brawl would count, for sure. Alright, time for the fun part. Fruit. Surprisingly, I'm actually going for the birds first. I shouldn't. I should go for the fruit first, because that'll be more annoying. Let's do the hardest one first. Let's go durian first. Because this one can go to hell, if I'm being honest. This level is very annoying. Or this particular blue coin is very annoying. You have to kick durians across the river to this Pianta lady. Hello, you want to work for me a little bit? I'd love for you to bring me some fruit. I'm craving some durians. Bring me 3, would you? Just bring the fruit here and put it in this basket. In this basket, okay? Easier said than done when you can't actually pick up the fruit. You have to kick it across the river, as you would with a durian. But the problem with durians is the bounce of, like, kicking them is variable. Like, sometimes they will just yeet the thing absurdly. Other times they'll just, like, be the tiniest kick in the world. And that's literally just by both running into them. Like... also the fruit despawns after a little bit, which is also very frustrating. Shoot. I think Flood is actually a better bet for getting it up there. Okay. Camera's not helping either right now. There we go, that's 1. We still have 2 more to go, though. And that's how much work it takes for a single durian. Sometimes it can launch... Oops. Sometimes it can launch so far out, it actually hits the back wall and bounces back into the river. I've had that a few times, which is real great, of course, when it happens. Alright, lined up, more or less. And 1 more to go. This is the hardest one, I'd say. The others you have more, manual control over, so that makes them a lot easier. Shit. We were doing good. We got 2 out of 3 first try. I'll take that. That's like a very good run from my perspective. Shit, okay. Last one's gonna give me trouble, I see. That is not a good bounce. Yeah, see, you can just bounce back if your angle's wrong. So you have to be real careful. Just take your time. And eat the fruit. Hey, it worked. I have to move it so far though, I might despawn by the time I get it over there. So we do have to hustle a little bit here. Yeah, I actually find like spraying it up the hill a little bit, with the slope a little bit faster, a little bit easier, because of just how variable kicking can be. Shit, that's awkward. There we go. You know another game I really want on GameCube NSO? Star Fox Assault. Thanks, Sweetums. Mostly just because I've never played the online, not that I expect, you know, NSO Online to be very good for this kind of thing. But it is true, I would be curious to try Star Fox Assault with actual people, if it functions decently well. I want Adventures too, just because, you know, it's a decent game, but it's also just like kind of stuck on its console, and it also has a problem of being unfinished too. Love for me to bring me some fruit. I'm craving some pineapples. Okie dokie. There's a fruits basket joke here, but I don't think I am like able to formulate it at this time. I think 2019 is actually my favorite anime now, at this point. It's the one that got the strongest emotional reaction out of me in a long-ass time. But in a different way than something like, you know, Madoka, which is like meant to be like soul-crushingly sad at times. But Fruits Basket was like emotional in like a sentimental way, versus like a, oh, something tragic happened to a character kind of a way, which is a little bit different, I'd say. Like I mean, I have some issues with a couple aspects of Fruits Basket. It is the one that everyone has issues with. But overall, I do believe like Fruits Basket is a very good watch. I hear that anime does leave out a few things that fans were like lamenting, like mainly side story, like character stuff, like supporting cast stuff was often left out of the 2019 anime, so some still recommend the manga a fair amount for like the true like Fruits Basket experience. Nice. Two more. One is bananas, and the other is coconuts. This one is the banana lady, so we'll go over here and grab this real quick. And then hop over here. Yeah. I should have jumped over a little bit closer, but it's fine. I know for next time. I feel like there used to be a way to speed up dialogue by just holding down the button or something, but I can't figure it out on this version. You know, another game I really want on GameCube NSO is, Four Swords Adventure, actually. I know it's not, like, the best game by any means. But I would be curious to try it with friends, and I'd also be curious to see how they would actually handle it. Because there is Game Boy, and there's Game Boy Advance separately. So I don't entirely know how you'd make that work, unless you could somehow hook up, like, the Game Boy Advance app to the GameCube app. Like, that'd be really weird, and I don't know if that'd even be possible. Yeah, I can imagine that being an experience. It's like a weird grass is greener kind of game, I think. You know, it's this case of like Four Swords Adventure fan excited to play it for the first time, except I have actually played it. I used to own a physical copy of it. I sold it because I didn't really like it. I kind of chalked that up to just playing solo, but it's just kind of chaotic in multiplayer. And, you know, chaotic affectionate versus chaotic derogatory, I almost think is a situation that happens with a lot of games like that. Where it's like some people revel in the chaos of a game like that, others do not vibe with it. I think I would be in the camp that would be okay with it, but I'd also be the one starting chaos for everyone else, so of course I'd be having a good time. I don't know if everyone else would be having a good time. Gacha Force would be huge, because that game's like $400 or something. Like, it is one of the rarest GameCube games, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that Gotcha Force would be, yeah, Megaton. IMO. Custom Robo? That'd be great. I'm drawing a blank here. I kind of feel like Pokemon Coliseum might have that effect too, of like, you know, people are excited that it's on there, but it's like, I don't know if I like Coliseum as much as XD. I mean, I also rage quit Coliseum, so I've never actually finished it. So I would give it a legit try if I had to switch too. But it is a case of like, I don't really know if I'd want to play through all of Coliseum. I would be interested in XD though, because it's been a hot minute. I also really wonder if they would add home support to the Colo and XD. It certainly is a game, yeah, that's kind of my opinion. So much of like the catching mechanics were streamlined in XD to the point where I almost feel like it's a game that needs a remake more than a port. Like, I almost feel like it could be really good if they just streamlined a few things. Squirt Yoshi Juice, okay. I'm gonna get that one last, actually. I have my reasons. So we're gonna get this one next. This one should be by the islands. Oh, the one in the jail cell I never got. Is that one even on this guide? I don't see it. Wait, where's the jail? That's 12? Oh yeah, I totally missed it. My bad. Yeah, same. I never played Coliseum as a kid. I did own XD as a teen. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but like, you know, I grew up religious, so I never played Zelda or Pokemon until I was like well into adulthood, basically. Not even adulthood, actually, like teen years. Like, I was like, let's see. Wow, I cannot do math, apparently, today. I would've been like 12 when I played Diamond for the first time. So yeah, I was pretty late to the Pokemon train, compared to most, I'd say. I love Diamond though. I'm a Diamond defender because I have nostalgia. Do not play Diamond, please play Platinum instead. I will fully admit, like, you should not be playing Pokemon Diamond if you can help it. You know, even as someone who likes Diamond a lot, it's like, it's a hard sell of a game, I'd say. 2 in the tunnels. Yoshi Juice. 2 birds. So yeah, we're making good time here, I'd say. This should get us where we want to go. This guidebook does have a map of the tunnel system, which is really nice, so I don't have to like fumble through here too much. It should just be up here. We actually have a problem when we might get the 100 coins before we actually get the airstrip shine sprite. It's not, you know, obviously a huge problem, but it'll be kind of awkward that we'll get it slightly out of order. And then the other one takes the center main plaza one, so I'll hop over here. One interesting thing is there's actually a theory of like, because Switch 1 is not getting NSO for GameCube, that they could actually port Wind Waker and Twilight Princess specifically for Switch 1, which would be back compatible, but specifically target those versions to Switch 1. Like, that'd be a very Nintendo way of handling that, in my opinion. Like, it would not surprise me if that actually happens. terms of like first party on Wii U, it's a very small list at this point. It's the Zelda remasters. I guess you could count Devil's Third, but most people don't want to acknowledge that game's existence for a lot of reasons. You know, Wii U Party, like Wii Sports Club, Star Fox Zero and Guard. Shall I take you out to the airstrip? It's only 10 coins. To the sea, it's time to push off and head out. Don't expect any sea shanties from this captain mate. Would Animal Crossing have been out at this point? Because it would have been out in Japan, because Animal Crossing 1, or Dobutsu no Mori, was on N64. So Animal Crossing would have been out in Japan at this point. I don't know if it would have been out anywhere else, though. So, like, I have a feeling the sea shanties comment is a reference to Captain, but I guess, like, Americans wouldn't actually have context, or Western, like, people outside of Japan wouldn't actually have context for that until Animal Crossing, which would have, I think, been a year... would have been the same year, I think. I mean, to be fair, Captain does reference, like, Rika Harbor and New Leaf. Oh my god, Animal Crossing. Do you think they'd ever put Animal Crossing on GameCube? And so? That'd be wild. I'd love that, personally. I love Animal Crossing on GameCube. Every villager is such an asshole, though. I'd be curious to see how that aspect of it holds up. It's like, oh, the villagers are too nice and, like, boring in, New Horizons. Like, this is objectively true, but also I wonder if people remember how, like, absolutely brutal most of the villager interactions are in, the original. Because, yeah, they do not hold back in that game. They are very savage. In a funny way, to me. I always enjoyed it, but I also like sarcasm. Like, as someone who grew up with, like, MST, it's like, I like Rossetti's, like, snark in old Animal Crossing. Alright, guess we'll go back. Because we still have a Shine Sprite to get there. Actually, yeah, we'll get this, because we'll lose coins. We are going to die on one of these, so I should make sure I get this while I have 10 coins, so I don't have to, like, farm for them. You know, not that 10 coins is a big deal, but still. What else? Oh, here's the other thing. If you have, like, a Japanese account, you can download... Shit. You can download the, apps for other regions if you have, like, different region accounts. Hypothetically speaking, you could play Tetris Trackers if they added Four Swords Suspension, because they'd probably have the Japanese version on there too, so you could probably actually do that. Again, it depends on if they even can do that with, like, having to interface Game Boy Advances with, like, GameCube. Like, how does that actually work? Oh yeah, I think that getting the 100 coin shine to reappear actually caused the music to stop, so it reverted to the normal Plaza music instead of, like, the actual, like, red coin challenge music. I almost got enough for a second Shine Sprite to appear. Like, this is a great way to get 100 coins in Delfino. Since it counts both, why not? Yeah, we're flying through these. I'm very happy, actually, with how fast these are going. I can't help but feel like I'm missing something, though. Does Bowser count as a Shine Sprite in this game? Because I thought you got to 120 without Bowser in this. Yeah, it feels like we should have 4 more to go. Or do we have 3 more to go? Yeah, we have 3. Yeah, the number feels off, is all I'm saying. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm thinking. Like, why does this number not feel right? I guess that's a problem for future me, but in the meantime, time to suffer. So this is like the most, probably one of the most hated shine sprites in the entire game that's coming up here, because it's just a lot of work. You can circumvent a little bit of it. Like, a lot of people ride that first boat to the island. You can simply use the tunnels. I implore you to use the tunnels if you can. Because this will save you a lot of headache. Just, you know, skipping that first boat, basically. But now we just get to wait, so hi. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If anyone has any, like, you know, questions or anything, this would be a great time to ask them. Because I just have to sit here for, like, a few minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are... Because we did Pachinko already. So I'm like, what am I forgetting? I swear I'm forgetting a shine sprite. We got the 2 from the crates, we got the 2 bell towers. We got the one in the building that you have to throw into. We got the Turbo Dash one, the Turbo Nozzle one, we got the gold bird. We got the lighthouse, we got the bell and the shine gate. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, I'm only counting 4 more. Which is concerning. Yeah, New Leaf is still my favorite overall. I'd say... Okay, legit, does the final shine sprite count as 120? Because that's the only thing I can think of at this point. Because I feel like my number's off otherwise. Oh shit, that's the boat I need. Grab another fruit so Yoshi doesn't die. I love New Leaf. I put like literally thousands of hours into that game. What the hell am I missing, otherwise? Because all the totals look right. And again, it's just I'm missing one. It's gotta be Incarnate Mountain. That must count as 120. I could have sworn it was like 96, and then you get 24. Yeah, you have to get 24 from that. We do have to change boats here. So I need to be a little bit on guard. But again, I'm like legitimately trying to figure out what I'm missing. Hey, at least we have time to read this while I wait for the next boat. So it's gonna be a bit. Oh, there's the boat. I wonder if I can actually grab it again from here. I feel like it'd be doable, it's just I didn't want to take too many chances there. Yeah, it does look like that might actually just count, like straight up. Okay. Wait, no it doesn't. Well, yes it does, okay. I'm just second guessing myself. Alright, we're almost to the island. Hydration check, thank you. This is a good time for it. Yes, it's easily the hardest level in the game coming up, so I need to focus. That was almost a very bad jump. Fun story, you can actually clip through a building, end up under the stage, and that'll let you walk on underwater. You can get a Yoshi over here that way, and save yourself a lot of headache, potentially. Ideally, that would be a great way to do it, but I don't know the speedrun trick for that. Also, don't use the pipes here, they take you out of the level, and then you have to do that whole trek back to get Yoshi. This is another level where if I get this first try, I'll be very impressed with myself. Because this is, like, again, a notoriously difficult level. I already screwed up, okay. You can salvage it, though. If you're very careful, you can salvage this. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go for this red coin here. Like so. Oh no, this is a bad one to miss. This is a very bad one to miss. So that means I have to walk along this orange path all the way back to the start of the level. And it's windy too. I'm also jumping around with reckless abandon, which is also not smart, to be honest. So there's the smart move, and then there's the fast move right here, which is... I can get it in midair and then hover back to safety. Or I could just be a smart individual and actually just go and get another leaf, which is what I should probably do, huh? Oh shit, inverted camera. I was trying to course correct to the left, but it's inverted, so the camera moved right instead. Yeah, you can just do this, so, I don't know if people know that this leaf respawns, actually. I feel like people don't talk about that. But, like, that's a very helpful hint, potentially. Now we can just kind of gun it. The last one's, like, above solid ground, even. The one issue is the bouncing on the walls can actually throw you into the water. By the way, the water is insta-kill, which is why you have to be a little bit careful here. Oh, that was almost disastrous. That would have been heartbreaking, to die after all that, and just die from a failed spin jump. Neat. Well, we got the worst levels out of the way, so we have a lot less to worry about. Okay. 169 coins, nice. Ow. Did not mean to run into that Pianta. So yeah, we're kind of going in like reverse difficulty order. Yeah, hooray for not having to engage with the Bleach River. Again, first try on that one too. I didn't pop off as much for that one as Pachinko, just because that one's pretty easy actually, for me. Again, I'm not gonna say it's easy, period. That is a complete lie if I said that. But for me, I've played this level so many times in my life that I am very comfortable getting through that stage, like, no problem. I'll probably die in this level, though. This level's a little bit wonky, because you can very easily mistime a jump and eat it. Yeah, going back to the earlier comments, the GameCube Mario parties would be very fun as well. Again, since there is mic support. I love Mario Party 6. That's probably my favorite of the second trilogy. I don't really like Mario Party... Well, I don't really like the N64 games, and I don't know if that's like sacrilegious. Okay, first try. See, I'm more happy about that one because that one was very easy to scrub. I actually wasn't even holding a direction on the control stick at all, and that seemed to work. I'll have to remember that in case I play this game again, which you may be thinking, why are you gonna replay this game? You're already playing it here. It's like, yeah, I play this game from time to time. Look at me with all my new games. What if I just played Sunshine again? What if I just play Resident Evil Claire A again? For the, like, yeah, like, it's gotta be like dozenth time or something. It's funny, I actually don't play the Leon side very often. It's like, I don't know that very well. Totally not biased, clearly. Oh shit. I had a dream one time where I was like playing a weird, like, dream version of Mario Sunshine, and it was like platforming involving like getting blue coins on trees on the side of cliffs or something. Like sometimes I just have dreams with like made up versions of video games. It's really interesting though. Alright, this is second to last. This was kind of annoying, I'm gonna be honest. Mainly I run out of water here a lot. Other than that, this level's not bad. It's just, you can run out of water very easily. Just gotta break through this watermelon. Oh, this is like, okay. I'm looking at a guide, and like, trying to orient it properly. So yeah, it's actually facing this way. Gotcha. There we go. I was listening for a sound cue. Alright, Pianta on fire. Oh, okay. Not what I was trying to get, but that works. Okay, there he is. Yeah, you can burn through water very easily on this stage, and that's what makes this difficult. Otherwise, it's not actually that bad. I'm just reckless with my, water usage. I almost phrased that very badly. No, I will not elaborate. Oh, I didn't mean to actually hit that enemy. There we go. That's the hardest red coin to get here. The red bird of happiness. There's a guy that's looking for the red bird of happiness and like specifically mentions it as such. There's like the blue bird of happiness, so it's a play on that. Alright, what am I missing? Is it just you? Yep, it's just you. Okay. That was easy. What was I worried about? How did Kid Me screw this up so badly is what I'm now wondering, because like this is not hard. How did I run out of water as a kid? How was I such a bad shot at that bird and like everything else as like it just took me forever? It's always funny when that happens, when you look back at a game and like, how did Kid Me fumble this so bad? The other question I sometimes ask myself, and you know, we gotta meet the quota for today. I joke about having a quota for referencing Guilty Gear, because it happens a lot. But, like, I don't understand how, like, teenage me beat, you know, in arcade mode of, plus R. Like, I literally struggle with that as an adult. How did Kid Me get through that? Did I just button mash my way through? Probably. I think I just button mashed this like Jam or Soul or some character like that I could just easily brute force, basically. Like, trying it again recently and playing it as Dizzy was like, wow, actually trying to play and engage with the system mechanics, I'm getting absolutely bodied here. Infinite time and infinite patience. Yeah, that's a big part of it too. Shit. Oh, wow, okay. Not often I die on this special stage, that's wild. See, that's the thing I think about a lot with like Crash Bandicoot, for example. It's like, oh, Crash Bandicoot's not that bad. It's like, I think it depends on how to put this. Like, the fascinating thing about Crash Bandicoot as a game is it's very difficult, and basically kids could have a lot more patience back then. It's like if you just rent a game like Crash Bandicoot, you're gonna get good at it, because it's like, it's the one game you have. So I feel like people took more time to get good at things compared to how it used to be. If that makes sense. And that should be everything, right? Yeah. So I guess we'll go to the Tanukis again. If anyone can confirm that 100 Corona Mountain counts as a Shine Sprite, that would be very helpful, thank you. But I think it does, because otherwise the map does not check out at all. Welcome, welcome. I suppose you're here for that, hmm? Yes, very good. That means I'll acquire 10 blue coins from you. I can exchange those for Shine Sprites. I'll give you 20. Oh shit, I didn't actually get the ones from the Yoshi. Oops. I'm also having a weird thing on Twitch right now where it says like ads don't. The pre-rolls for ads end in 11 minutes, but that the next ad will start in an hour and 7 minutes. So I have no clue what's happening with my ad manager right now. If no more ads play, we'll just go ahead and beat the game. Otherwise, I might deliberately pause after we get these last few and then beat the game after the ad break. I'm also like, I'm kind of raring to go. I can easily beat the game in like 15 minutes. 5 minutes should be plenty. I remember hating Security Hall as a kid, so it's really funny how easy I can get through it now. And Sonic Adventure 2 is another awkward one, because I've already played Sonic Adventure 2 on stream, so I'm like, do I do it again? Because it is one of my childhood favorites. But again, would it be just redundant given that I already played it in like October? Or like September? So again, I've kind of rationalized it as, it would have a slightly different feel because that was like a debut stream of sorts for streaming. So like, if I did Sonic Adventure 2 again, it would be a little bit more focused on the game itself. Obviously the other option is randomizer. But I don't know if I'm feeling up to an SA2 randomizer at the moment. As much as I like SA2, it's like, the randomizer kind of can break a lot. I find it does like glitch a lot, like crashing constantly, which does affect the randomization to some level. Alright, we got it. Neat. Sorry, Yoshi. We're just gonna get the blue coin real quick. I'll make it up to Yoshi. We will get another one before we finish off here. What do you want? Coconut. Oh, that's easy. Did you ever get all emblems? I could do that on stream. I actually deleted my file though, because I was testing stuff. So yeah. I could do an all emblems run, but I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. Can you not talk to the... Oh, there we go. Just casually clip Yoshi's nose through the counter, as you do. You really? You truly mean it, yes? No refunds! Hell yeah. So we're at 119. Again, I'm just gonna operate under the assumption that Corona Mountain is 120. Like, if it's not 120, oh boy, I don't know where this could be, but I think that counts as 120. in this case, because like all of our totals are good. I think. The revered symbols of Isle Delfino normally gather at the Shine Gate. Their collective power sustains the island. These mountain folk are strong, sociable, and curious. The trees on their heads provide relief from the island's heat. Heat from fire, fire from heat. Nokis were vibrant seashells reminiscent of their time living in the coral reefs. They are timid but highly intellectual. I'm gonna do something. I never show this off. I never showed this off at any point. I love the sunshine, but ooh, is it ever bright? Here, little man, try a pair of my special sunshades. They're cool. Hehehehe, you're styling now. Come back and talk to me when you don't need them anymore. So again, this like combo of just the sunglasses I never see, because I never get the sunglasses. But yeah, this actually changes after 120, so... Just want to show that off for funsies. Corona is 120, okay. So we are good to go. Hey, guess who has to do Corona Mountain again? This gal. I mean, I got through it like flawlessly not flawlessly, there were a couple of close calls, but I got through it relatively smoothly last time. You don't come off when you jump, yeah. Sonic Adventure 2 is a game. I have done it on Xbox. I did the 360 version, and I did get all emblems there. That was a gender ago, so it's not on my current profile. So there is a legitimate, like, there was merit to, like, going through SA2 again, and SA1 for that matter, and getting all emblems. Same with 06, actually. I legit want to 100% 06 again, to have it on my current Xbox account. Because it's on my old one, where I have 100%. I hope my Xbox doesn't die in the middle of the playthrough, though. That would be very heartbreaking. Because it's like 10 years old, but like it's a revision. It's not like a Red Wing model, so it's going strong. I don't know if I need to like re-paste it or anything. Yeah, I'm very glad I just decided I'm gonna start early, because there is definitely not enough for another stream after this. Because it's like, you know, this would have had to be a short stream, or the next stream would have had to just be the very end of this game, and then that's it, because, like, we had nothing left of this game. By, like, just a 2-hour mark, we were already cruising through. Yeah, we got through, all the secrets really fast, like, especially Pachinko was, like, very surprising to me, because Pachinko, even kinda knowing how it works, it still throws me off a lot, so I'm very happy about this playthrough. It's been very smooth sailing. But all this left is Bowser, so we'll see how this goes.
The water's great, hey, Junior?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach. I think not. Mario! You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Because this game's voice acting is something. And this way Bowser never talks again. Like, I'm pretty sure that is actually an accepted thing. That, like, this game's voice acting was so maligned that they just never tried giving Mario voice acting again. It's like, let's not risk it. Alright, so what we have to do is break his hot tub. We just have to ground pound the little, like, heat symbol, like, flame symbols around the 5 corners. Bowser Jr. will launch bullet bills at ya. I always thought these bullet bills looked like clowns, because the little red blinking light looked like a clown nose. Yeah, I actually feel like it could work better now. It took how long to get Zelda with voice acting, and then everyone was mad over it, and it's like, I don't think the voice acting is particularly bad in Zelda. I think it's fine. I think it's overhated, personally. Also, that's GG. Again, I think I've played this game too much to the point where I can just blitz through this fight like zero problem.
Mario, was I assist Mario, look.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know, she's not really my mama. Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's my boy. Well put, son. The Royal Koopa line is as strong as ever. But for now, let's just rest a while.
The vacation starts now.
I love when a sad moment is immediately undercut and resolved within like under 5 minutes. I mean, I know it's the end of the game, and it's also a kid's game and everything, but still, I find that very silly in a way. It's like, oh, blood's fine. Anyway, hi. I don't know why I'm saying hi. It's the end of the stream probably, but anyway, we are done with Mario Sunshine. That was a lot of fun. Again, this is a game that means a lot to me. I always have a good time playing this game, even during the hard parts and the frustrating parts. This is just a big part of my childhood. It's just nostalgic. It's like a comforting blanket of a game, even though as a game is extraordinarily not cozy. It's extremely not. So there's a bit of irony in that, and yet I can't help but love this game. I know a lot of the game is very rough around the edges. The voice acting, again, as previously mentioned, is very awkward at times. A lot of the levels feel a little bit rushed from the perspective of how... What am I trying to say? How the physics work, like, oh, invisible walls and stuff like that, or like glitches. Like, there's nothing overly bad, but there are a few glitches that stand out. But it's one of those games where I don't mind too much, partly just because I'm used to this game so much that I tend to not notice as much. Have a relaxing vacation. Look at this image that was definitely being rendered at the original GameCube resolution. It's so tiny. It's funny to me that they didn't re-render it. Yeah, I've collected all the shine sprites you want to save. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna hop in real quick, just to, you know... We ended sooner than I thought. I thought it would take close to 4 hours, not even joking. Like, straight up, I thought this was gonna be a 4-hour stream, just because I thought Noki Bay was gonna go really badly. I also got a different little cutscene there, I think. Hadn't seen that one, I don't think. But yeah, you can go over here, talk to this Pianta, and you get something special. Sunshade's alone won't cut it for you. Nope. You also need one of my custom tropical shirts. Here you go. My oh my, I haven't seen anyone look that good in my gear in ages. Come see me again when you want to return them, okay? So you got a little tropical shirt, and this is an Odyssey. Yes, see. It's not really worth it. The any percent ending is you have an image of Io Piantissimo finding Shadow Mario's brush, and like on an island. I think it's the island over there actually, which is basically a cliffhanger that never goes anywhere. So I guess it kind of makes sense for the 100% ending, like not having that. Yeah, always a little bit of a weird detail. And yeah, this is just a game I can always go back to and have a really good time with. It's comforting, it's very fun, I love the atmosphere of it, so even if the gameplay itself is definitely rough around the edges, I still cherish this game quite a bit. I think something that people get a little bit hung up on is like quality and enjoyment are not necessarily things that go hand in hand, and that is okay. And this goes both ways, where it's like people act Nika as a war profiteer is not a sentence I expected to read tonight. Thank you for blessing me with that sentence. But where was I? It's like there are games that are like really good and I don't enjoy them. The game I always give is Twilight Princess, where I legit think Twilight Princess is the best, like, Zelda of that style. Like, the Ocarina of Time style 3D Zelda. But I don't vibe with it. And it's like... It's weird, because I recognize this is an extremely well-made game. It's just not one I vibe with. And so, it's like... hard to like quantify my feelings on Twilight Princess. It's like why I want to give it another try someday, just to see if that like levels out my feelings going through it again. But like it's a really good game though. I'm not gonna like discredit that, but it's just not for me. Conversely, you have like Wind Waker, which is literally unfinished in a lot of ways, and I tend to like that game a little bit more, just because I think it has a little bit more like charm to it. Twilight Princess has a ton of heart too, in all fairness, it's not an issue of that. A lot of this is just completely subjective too, which is also very hard to convey to people, because a lot of times when you're like, I like this game more than that game. And I've seen internet arguments where people want like objective quantification of like what a person thinks about something, and it's like, a lot of times it's just a vibe check, like, oh, I like the vibe of this game more. It's not like anything is inherently doing better or worse, it's just, I don't vibe with this. Like, a big example is obviously Sonic, where it's like, you know, the adventure games have a lot of issues. Heroes has a lot of issues. Shadow speaks for itself, as does 06, but like, I'd rather play 06 than like... I think I'd rather play 06 than, like, Forces at the very least, and Lost World. Maybe even Frontiers, believe it or not, now that I'm thinking about this and trying to quantify my feelings on this. But, like, I will fully admit, 06 is a bad game. It's not a well-made game by any stretch, because it's so unfinished. It was rushed as hell. But I still respect what that game is trying to do, and I actually still have a very good time with it, even though it's a glitchy mess. Partly because it's a glitchy mess, actually. So yeah, I do feel like there are a lot of issues with game discourse and discussions of like trying to slap objective qualities onto something and be like, oh, this is like the objectively best thing, and it's like, that's not how opinions work. Another example is obviously like Mario, because like I love Galaxy. I have a soft spot for Sunshine, but I definitely recognize Galaxy's a better made game at the very least. I think I like Galaxy's vibe better, but then you get to Galaxy 2, and then things get really complicated, because Galaxy 2's level design is top-notch in a lot of ways. But Galaxy 2's vibes are off to me. So it just kind of doesn't click with me because the energy is off in the game compared to Galaxy 1, and it's like really hard to like quantify like the vibe check being off in Galaxy 2. But like the lack of a main hub area beyond like a very tiny hub area, levels just being very segmented, the kind of reboot nature of it, which I've always had mixed feelings on. I've kind of tried to headcanon Galaxy 2 as like, oh, well, if the Galaxy got reset, then, you know, maybe they're having another Star Festival because, like, they had to reset the universe or something, but even that's a little bit of a stretch. The other headcanon I have for Galaxy 2 is like, oh, because it keeps cutting to like Rosalina telling a story for post-credits, like, oh, maybe she's just reading an adaptation of an adaptation of a Mario adventure for kids, basically, but it's like not necessarily an actual story that happens, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Kind of like Mario 3 being a play. Like if Mario Galaxy 2 is just a storybook. At least that's kind of one way I think about rationalizing it. But Galaxy 2 is very much in the same boat of like other games. The only one I can think of is recent enough that I'm kind of hesitating to mention it. As in it was like 2023, but basically like, without going into any details, Pikmin 4 is in the same boat too, of like, it's a reboot, essentially. And it's like, I don't dislike that aspect of it, but it's just a little bit confusing why they're rebooting a game with a direct numbered sequel title, basically. Like, I love Pikmin 4, I think it's a great game. I don't know why they have to reboot the story, other than just wanting to, like, retell parts of the older games. Again, it's a very fun game, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, the story is a little bit weird to me. I'd have to do a deep dive into Pikmin 4. Mario Galaxy 2 should have canonized Lubba's Hidden Pants Cube. I do not know what those words mean in that order, and I'm very curious. Does Lubba have pants? Now that I think about it, I never really thought about that. Also, I feel like... I don't know if we're doing a raid, because again, I've already been streaming for 3 hours. Over 3 hours, but it's just funny. A lot of the raid messages feel like they come from Nicole. But like, I feel like Xenoblade 2 is the other obvious example, where it's like Xenoblade 1 is an objective, in my opinion. I realize the irony of saying, in my opinion, Xenoblade 1 is the objectively better game. But I think Xenoblade 2 has more heart to it, to the point where I enjoy it more. Even though I feel like Xenoblade 1 does a lot of things better, it just doesn't necessarily vibe with me the same way. Still a very good game, but... oh good, Super Mario broth. This will be good. Lubba, as he normally appears, zooming past the surface of his model reveals a tiny cube floating inside him. Oh my god, I never knew that. That's really cool. I love, like, weird tech details like that. To me, it's also kind of funny in a way, because it's like... it just makes me, yet again, think about Pikmin enemy that has, like, a cube inside them. I'm gonna have to play Pikmin soon. I'm kind of itching to play those games again. Thank you for enlightening me on Lubba's Hidden Pants Cube. But the other question I have with Pikmin is, and this goes for Mario too, as in T-O-O, not Doki Doki Panic. I almost said Literature Club. How do I do Paper Mario? Because, like, I didn't grow up with Paper Mario, so it's like, do I do that not as part of this favorite series? Do I just do it for funsies? But it's also a 10 to 20 hour RPG, so doing that for funsies will take a bit. And TTYD is definitely one of my favorites, so that'll come up at some point. But I could also be really cheeky and save it, and then do that later, because, like, you know, remake. So like I could just go by remake's release date and just be really silly. That isn't what I meant earlier by having a game planned to be the last game in the series in mind. But it would also be funny as like a workaround. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I'm having fun talking. I'm just kind of running in circles. I feel very ADHD at moments like this. But my other overall feeling on Mario Sunshine is, hey, it's coming out on GameCube NSO when Switch 2 happens. So, it's kind of a neat game. I don't recommend 100%ing it is the other thing, just because of how annoying certain levels are, and it's like, I hope I played well through this playthrough to the point of like, not struggling too much, but like, at the same time, if you jump into this game, it's going to be a rough game to go through. It's like, I feel like I've played this game so much that I made it look easier than it actually is, which feels like I'm bragging in a way, which I guess I am, by definition. But it is something I can't think about. It's like, there are games where it's like, I've played this game so much, I wonder if, like, someone playing this for the first time would just have the worst time with it. And yeah, for Sunshine, I think that's a definite yes. Pikmin 2 is the other one I always go to with this argument, because it's like, I love Pikmin 2, I played the hell out of that game. However, that game is rude as hell to the player, to the point where, yeah, I would hesitate to say, hey, go play Pikmin 2, because that game will absolutely kick your ass. It's like, it feels like a Kaizo at times, with just like beginner's traps, basically. Like, just blindsiding you with random nonsense, essentially. So it does feel like, in general, Pikmin 1, 3, and 4 are the easier games to recommend, especially 4, because it's like, again, sort of a retelling in a way, and also very, like, accessible. But I still love Pikmin 1. We'll go through that soon. That'll probably be next in this series. Because again, I got both games the same day, so Pikmin should... I was planning to do Pikmin concurrently, like... Sunshine on Mondays, Pikmin on, like, Wednesdays, but then I got, like... I've just had issues pinning down a schedule to, like, fit in time with, like, friends. And also fit in time with, streaming. So I've just been kind of struggling to find that balance. Yeah, I wonder if I can pull this off. I was just like, I had this random thought of like, I wonder if I could just, as I'm rambling, just kind of talk about stuff and attempt gelato. Nope, that was not fast enough. Attempt, gelato skip. Oh, that was too close to the razor blades. I'm not gonna be able to get gelato skip without, like, brushing up on a tutorial. I don't know why I thought I would be able to do that. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about this game. I feel like I've said a lot as is. And I'm also like, again, I have streamed longer than I normally do, so I am a little bit pooped, unfortunately. So, we're probably gonna wrap up pretty soon. So I am a little bit beat. 120, and we're done. Actually, one more thing, just to show it off. Final totals. Huh, Corona Mountain, it isn't listed under Corona Mountain, it's listed under Delfino Plaza. That's really interesting. Never thought about that before. So yeah, our final totals for this playthrough. This was a lot of fun though. I hope everyone enjoyed watching as well. We'll move on to some other games very shortly again. The one thing I'm kind of eyeing is going back to game clearing, because it's been a hot minute since I finished the game, and my backlog is not getting any smaller, shall we say. So, yeah, we might go back to game clearing next week, try to finish the game for the first time. What game we'll play, I don't know. It's like part of me wants to do something sort of topical, but another part of me wants to just do something I've been putting off for like 50,000 years, so we'll see. We'll figure it out then, I guess. Owie. To be honest, I'm just enjoying flipping around the world. Not even, like, paying full attention to what I'm doing. Oh, the other thing I really love is how, again, the world evolves, where it's like, if you talk to people, they have different dialogue depending on what part of the story you're in. The light gradually comes back to Delfino Plaza the more shiny sprites you collect. There's a lot of cool details like that. And again, the world being all, like, one connected world is really cool. Like, that little white wall up on that hill is Bianco Hills. Obviously Rico Harbor's there, Park. Some of the beach should be like around there too, like behind it, I think. But it's just really cool that all this is in like a single area. Obviously Corona Mountain speaks for itself, as does actually you can't see Pianta Village from here. I don't think. Solomon Beach is actually farther out. Yeah, I think it's that beach, like, very faintly in the distance. You can see a little bit of beach near Peanut Park. I think that's where Gelato is. And that might be Serena, actually. Yeah, that's probably Serena Beach. Again, I don't know if everything is, like, rendered accurately to where it should be in the world, but still, the attempt at it is very cool. And then the airstrip over there. So yeah, next Fox Girls favorites will likely be Pikmin, unless I decide to go back and do a couple games I had in mind, but kind of skip for like copyright concerns. And then we'll probably move on to the classic Sonic games. Which will be kind of ironic, because I never actually beat most of the classic Sonic games as a kid. I got stuck on them. So, a little bit out of order. And I might jump ahead to, like, Gems Collection earlier than it would be otherwise, just to keep all the Sonics together. Sonic 1 and 2 will... This is a big if, but if Sonic 1 and 2 go well, that should be one stream for both. And then Sonic 3 and Knuckles should be one stream, so it'll only be 2 streams, in theory. Pikmin will probably be 2 streams. Now, that game usually takes me like 6 to 8 hours to beat, so it might be 3. Depends on how much I have to reset, because I am planning to do a Deathless run. Which again, might take some resets, but again, this is a game I've played like 20 times throughout my life. I generally have an idea of where like enemy spawns are, and like little tricks to make it easier to get through Deathless, but we'll see. Pikmin 2 is a whole separate beast for Deathless. We'll figure out how to approach that someday. And 3 onwards are also... 3 and 4 are also kind of difficult too. Yeah, I should stop, like, messing around here and, like, rest, you know, be responsible and, like, relax a little bit instead of just continuing to ramble on about video games as much as I enjoy rambling on about video games. But yeah. Next stream hopefully will be... Next stream will hopefully be Monday at the latest, as in next week. And hopefully someday I'll be able to do 2 streams a week again, and eventually work up to 3 streams a week. Again, I don't know what we're gonna be playing. We might do Pikmin, just immediately jump into Pikmin, or we might do a game clearing. Again, this is why I want more days a week, so I can do both and don't have to like choose one or the other. But again, it's just a matter of trying to work out scheduling with people. Yeah, thank you all for watching, thank you for the support, as always, it means the world to me. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications of when to go live. I have a Blue Sky where I mostly just retweet fan art of my Scrimblows. To be blunt, I don't really say much on Blue Sky, I mostly just retweet art. And repost art, actually. You also have a YouTube channel, Yuna Fox, same as the Twitch handle, but there's also Yuna VODs full archives, except for the intermissions I chop out. The other thing worth noting is on the main channel, videos go up on Friday at the moment, which are so far just kind of like the streams cut up into like a Let's Play length, like 30 to 40 minutes. I kind of want to do more ambitious content at some point. I don't know when that'll be, or like what kind of content it'll be. Like stuff exclusively for YouTube, I would kind of like to do stuff there eventually. To diversify, and I also want to do like shorts and stuff, but like that necessitates going through my streams and clipping things, which I've been kind of putting off, to be honest. So yeah, you can find like support links below if you want to do more to support the channel, but as always, just, you know, hanging out and, you know, lurking even, just coming by is, you know, more than enough, so no obligation at all. I need to come up with like a firm outro so I don't like fumble over my words every time I try to outro these streams. Someday I will get more consistent at this whole streaming thing. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Again, next stream will hopefully be sometime this week. Keep an eye on, I mean, like, notifications or Blue Sky for any updates. So if you don't hear anything, assume the next stream will be on Monday, and we'll figure out what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it here, because I am wiped out, to be honest. Thanks again to Star for the raid, also, earlier. Yeah, take care, everybody. Hope everyone has a good rest of their evening, and, yeah. Good night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching.